Nice pirouette off the glass, off the crossover.
Oh, what a block from Jared Ginebra, pero ang goal!
Oh, big block. Tough matchup to work with. Gets the basket. Make the sarap. Boom.
Sa kabagot! Forward ahead to RR. Bang! Bang!
Parang hindi pa ako totally basketball player. I'm still in high school. Naririnig ko na yung pangalan ni Danny Florencio.
Big guy in a small body, in a short body, because ang expertise talaga ni Danny, he's almost unstoppable under the basket.
This was a guy who was a scoring machine. This was a guy who could float in midair.
Danny Florencio was one of the legitimate superstars in the league.
And Florencio dispatched right now by Edo Campo, pulling out the big J. Here comes Danny, gets a pick from Coons, making the basket.
Danny Florencio was born on September 5, 1947 in Quiapo, Manila. He eventually grew up to be a PBA Hall of Famer and one of the PBA's 25 greatest players. At 5 feet 10, this legend nicknamed Daredevil Danny, and known by many as the original Skywalker, displayed his scoring prowess from his days as a UST Growling Tiger to his years in the PBA playing for UTEX, 7-Up, Gallery Dominique, and Toyota, where he won multiple titles.
He won several championships with teammates in Toyota. Even with the imports around, he was really a scoring machine.
In his 8 seasons in the league, this Spitfire wingman was able to set many records, especially in scoring and in steals.
You remember there was one season when he averaged 32 points a game. And in that same season in the PBA, he scored 64 points. Somewhat unheard of for someone his size to score so many points.
He averaged 32.3 points in a season, became the first local to score more than 60 points in a game, and was the 9th player to join the 5,000-point club on his birthday in 1981. Overall, he amassed 5,791 career points from 1975 to 1983.
I think those years talagang siya ang basketball hero namin lahat. Kung naging malaking influence siya sa akin sa pagiging ko rin na mahusay na player, kasi nakita ko yung work habit niya, inadapt ko.
This is a regular guy who started from low. He played with UST. And those were the most memorable years that really started something for the new age of basketball at the time, because he was on the team opposite Sonny Jaworski. And they were both the stars of each particular team. So there was a big rivalry. But they never fought. Hindi naman sila nag-aaway. They don't fight with each other. They were just competitors, and that's the reason why gustong-gusto ng tao manood pag nagkalaban sila.
But beyond his achievements in the pros, he also brought glory to the country, leading the Philippines to win silver in 1971 and gold in the 1967 Asian Basketball Confederation Championships. He likewise represented the country in the 1968 and 1972 Summer Olympics.
He played a total of 17 games sa Olympics. And in one Olympic game, he scored 23 points. In another Olympic game, 22 points. Still another Olympic game, naka 20 points yan. And to think that he was probably less than 5'10" in height. Pero ang tawag ko sa kanya, hindi original Skywalker. Ang tawag ko sa kanya, Mr. Acrobatics.
Napaka-humble na tao. Kasi especially during time ng kasikatan niya, makikita mo talagang siya yun, wala siyang ere sa ulo.
Danny was a quiet person, no? He just keeps on smiling, and he was a friend to everybody. No, never did I see him magalit, especially inside the game, during the game. Maski na what we call tirahin siya ng mga kalaban, never have I seen him really get mad or get back at anybody. No, he was a cool person.
In many ways, he was very humble. I think his humble beginnings also helped him that to establish that. I think that was one of the traits that also people liked about him because he would make difficult shots, pero hindi mayabang yan, you know.
Yan si Danny Florencio, a legend in his own time and certainly one of the best players ever produced in Philippine basketball.
He finally left us last February 25, 2018, at the age of 70 after suffering a stroke in Pittsburgh, California. Danny Florencio leaves behind a legacy of excellence, hardcore artistry, and pure love for the game. We remember him today and wish him well on his next journey in the great beyond.
Let's all stand as we honor one of the PBA's greatest players and Hall of Fame awardee, Danny Florencio. Maraming salamat mga ka-PBA. And good evening mga ka-PBA.
Okay, our tribute to one of the greatest, Danny Florencio, PBA player as well as national team player. More stories about that when we get along. Ryan Gregoris here to explain life here in the last day of the eliminations. It is so vital, more so for Ginebra. We'll take a look at the team standings, Coach, to be able to understand the importance of this game.
Yes, we take a look at the standings right now. You see rain or shine. Win and lose in tonight's game, they'll end up at number 4. At 7 and 4 or 6 and 5. But the implication for Ginebra is a lot bigger. If they win this ball game, they will be number 5. That means they'll be in the best of 3 series against rain or shine. But in case they drop this ball game, they'll go down to number 8. They'll have a playoffs against Blackwater Elite, and they have to go up against San Miguel Beerman on a twice to beat disadvantage. So it's imperative for Barangay Ginebra to win in tonight's ball game.
We shall try to keep that in mind, remind you every so often of the consequences. So rain or shine, they're in that playoffs already. It's just a matter of position, Coach.
Oh yes, if they win, I've mentioned it earlier, they'll be number 4. They'll go up against NLEX. But if they drop this ball game, they will still end up at number 4, but they'll go up against Barangay Ginebra. So what is nice in the mindset of this rain or shine team is against NLEX, hindi sila natatalo pa ron. So pwede silang mamili, yes, but they have to win just in case gusto nilang makalaban yung team na kaya nilang talunin.
And you coaches always like your teams ready and of a winning mode going into the playoffs as the quarter is brought to you by Cobra Energy Drink. Simula na ang labanan ng tunay na lakas. You don't want to enter the playoffs coming off a loss. In the meantime, we'll review the personnel as we sail along. We are underway with your second game. Earlier today, nanalo ang Phoenix laban sa Global Port. 104-100 ang score nun. Later on, Selena Dagdag will be joining us. She will give us a very, very significant report, and we'll try to get her as soon as we can. In the meantime, rain or shine with that big win against San Miguel the other night. It was Bonferrada and Belga who connived for that magnificent win that night.
They had a very good performance against San Miguel. He scored 19 points and had a lot of three-pointers, and now he's starting off this ball game with an easy bucket for rain or shine.
Open shot does not work, and the rebound is controlled by the Elasto Painters. Elasto Painters have managed well despite injuries to some key players, actually.
Oh yes, we're gonna miss the services of big game James Yap. James also failed to play against San Miguel, and this will be his second game wherein may iniinda talaga siyang injury.
Chris Chu has been out for a number of games now as well. Of course, you'd want to play with a full deck going into the next round, but that's part of your job, ano? Hirap, ano?
Yung pag-manage ng mga injuries, hindi mo alam kung kailan na mangyayari yun, and not only that. So they're missing 2 guards right now, and they just traded si Jericho Cruz. So effectively, yung tatlong rotation players nitong Rain or Shine are not gonna play in tonight's ball game.
In the meantime, Ginebra messing up its offensive set. 24-second violation, unable to put up a shot, which causes the frown on Tim Cone early on.
No ifs and buts about this. Team Cone basically understands that they must win this ball game para nandun sila sa best of 3 series, because if they lose, and he knows it, against Blackwater, they must hurdle that team na natalo sila dito sa ating elimination round, and not only that, they have to go up against San Miguel Beerman, and kailangan talunin nila ng 2 beses yun.
This is just about the 3rd straight game of rain or shine. Sometimes some teams buckle under the heat of so many successive games. Rain or shine has been playing well. This shot will work, however. Ikaw, anong gusto mo? Yung sunod-sunod o mahabang gap? Ikaw, anong kursunada?
Yung kung galing ka sa panalo, gusto mo laro agad eh. Pero kung galing ka naman sa talo, you want to work on your mistakes, you want to be better on your execution on offense.
Yung mga injuries, maipahinga sa
Maipahinga yung mga injuries, correct.
So kung panalo ng panalo, sige, game.
Maski araw-araw yan.
Ganun pala yun. There's the Vance. It falls offline. And it is a 5-2 first quarter, 9:26 to go. Open, Norwood. Bang! The outside shooting of Rain or Shine, simply impeccable of late.
And this is going to be very important, especially with the way they run their offense, and especially if the big guys are scoring from the outside, because that will force the tall defenders of Barangay Ginebra to rush out and defend that 3-point line.
Here's the Vance, handoff to Aguilar. Baseline Ferrer. And again, the shot clock problematic for Ginebra. Nothing there. Rain or Shine's defense holding. Norwood says, let me try. Now it won't work. Tried to snap it away from defense. Na-control ni Joe at foul si Belga.
It's a nice preemptive foul there by big boy Belga. You know, your chances of winning against Barangay Ginebra also rests on the kind of defense that you play against LA Tenorio, against the Bolts, wherein Barangay Ginebra dropped their game. Only 5 points lang ito sa LA on a 1 of 8 shooting.
When he's explosive, they usually go places. Here's the Vance trying to get uncorked. Here's LA 3. And they come within 3. Corner.
Usually it happens. LA knows how important this ball game is, and he likes this big crowd watching him right now.
Yeah.
Of course, pro Ginebra.
Fires on you. You were saying.
And I was just talking about his stat line against the Bolts. He played for 41 minutes. It was 0 out of 4 from the 2 and only 1 out of 4 from the 3. But tonight, already 2 out of 2 from the 3-point range.
And we are tied for the first time tonight at 8. That's traveling.
Now we're just so focused about the playoff implications here for Barangay Ginebra. And as we take a look at this slow-mo 3-pointer by LA Tenorio, a lot of teams are very interested, especially on the outcome of this ball game.
Okay.
Dahil itong Barangay Ginebra, if they win in tonight's game, Blackwater will be out because of inferior quotient. There will be a playoff for the number 8 spot between Phoenix and TNT. But if Rain or Shine wins, TNT will be out. It will be the Gins versus Blackwater for that playoff spot for number 8.
The open shot. Tenorio, red hot. Eight of the 10 coming from the Teniente. And when Tenorio is in the groove, good things usually happen for Ginebra. Shot clock winding down to 3. Oh, Belga snaps. Oh, yan na. Oh, yan na.
Alam mo, dapat 10 points yung ganyan. Ang hirap gawin niya, maski sadyain mo yan eh.
Oh, no. Chinelas yung pinapupukol namin.
Chinelas.
Minsan, ginawa nung kalaro ko yan. Umuwi kasi wala ng chinelas pagkatapos. We will jump it up. And it is 10-8. Ginebra already in the lead after the early start. Good start by Rain or Shine, and it's in the hands of Devance. To the side from Thompson. Devance ends up short. Scotty blocked. Ball thinking. Nope. Fakes. There's a great pass. Open si Bo. Ayaw. Tinutitira. Traveling. Dapat tira na kasi yun eh.
Yeah, case of overpassing there, and as a result, a traveling violation and against Rain or Shine. So a chance for Barangay Ginebra to increase their lead.
Matias could have taken a crack at it, but you know, it's not his cup of tea, yung Malayo. But you know, the culture of Rain or Shine is if you're free, fire.
That's correct.
LA, Norwood now on him a little more seriously. 10 seconds and less. Lobo, up, tumama sa ring. Libre. Yes! And Troliano says, this is the way we do it.
Good shooting night here for Rain or Shine, at least here in the first quarter. A total of 3 3-pointers already for them.
Rain or Shine slightly up at 1. 6 minutes to go. That won't work. Here comes Belga sending it to the other end. Bang!
It's very important for Barangay Ginebra really to control their turnovers. They're the worst in terms of throwing the ball over, and things like that will happen. An unmolested layup shot for Rain or Shine, and that will increase, of course, the confidence level of these players to score, especially if it is unmolested.
Good fake. Scotty fires long distance. Yes. And we're tied for the second time at 13.
This is a shot that Scotty Thompson really is developing.
Yes,
but
yes.
at some point, minsan magkita talaga yung tama.
Pag na-sharpen with confidence, and the meantime, we're shooting it out in. Washington nails it from the corner. Rain or Shine back in front by 3.
It is not like both these teams are not playing defense. All the shots are challenged. Talagang maganda lang ang shooting nito magkakaroon.
Washington beaten by Devance there, and Barangay Ginebra comes within 1. By the way, the other night, some old Ginebra players had a reunion together with Coach Sonny Jaworski because one of their veterans, si Maki De Hoya, is in town. Long-time Ginebra player who hasn't been to the Philippines in 18 years.
Oh. Yun yung mga time na sila Noli Luxin.
Yep.
Di ba? Sila Marlon, Bennett Palad, Penny Cheng.
Yeah. Oh, that works.
Now that kind of a shot, and I go back a couple of plays before, with that shot of Scotty Thompson and the three-pointer of Eli Tenorio, this is what will effectively happen to the offense of Barangay Ginebra. It is just one-on-one. Chapit Aguilar against a lone defender. Easy for him to offense.
Pay Maya play brought to you by Pay Maya, the official payment partner of the PBA. Get an account in a minute. Just download the Pay Maya app. Look at their numbers.
18 points per game for Chapit Aguilar, third best in the league right now, and 16.7 for Slaughter. And look at the rebounding, a total of more than 17 rebounds for them.
Okay, on the other side of the floor, ito yung mga nawawala for today para sa Rain or Shine.
Oh yes, big numbers here for these three players. 13 points per game for Chris Chute, 10 points per game for James Yap, and 9 points for Almazan. That will be a huge problem, especially in the rotation of Coach Caloy Garcia.
Selena?
Yes, Sev and Ryan, nabanggit nyo na nga, certain key players will not be able to suit up for today's matchup. Unang-una for the Ginebra Kings, hindi makakapaglaro itong si Greg Slaughter due to an ankle sprain that he incurred. Ito namang si Chris Chu, hindi pa rin makakapaglaro due to his hamstring sprain. Si Raymond Almazan nakakuha ng medical clearance to play, pero depende na daw kay Coach Kaloy kung maglalaro pa siya kasi magapa ang kanyang mga kamay. James Yap still on the reserve list for Jay Washington, and since bukas na ang deadline ng playoffs roster, mag-uusap pa daw sila ni Coach Kaloy kung makakapaglaro siya for the rest of the conference. Sev, Ryan.
Thank you very much, Selena, for that update. Bo Belga, very offensive-minded, has 7 of the 18 rain or shine points in the quarter.
Well, I didn't realize early on. Akala ko Slaughter will just come off the bench for Barangay Ginebra, and I'm looking at their bench right now. So he's out, and that is why itong si Devance, who can sometimes play the 3 spot, is occupying and playing that big 4 position.
Another messed up play by Barangay Ginebra. We're tied at 18, and it's time for the money ball question. Dribblers, open your money ball app. Dahil ito na ang ating Phoenix Pulse Moneyball question. Anong PBA team ang nag-draft kay Aljon Mariano noong 2015? Barangay Ginebra, rain or shine of Phoenix. .325 to go in a briskly moving opening quarter. Belga feeling good. That one does not work. Nakuha ni Jeffrey yung rebound. Inside, good save by Devance. And Belga will collect his second foul.
And this is why Devance is really important in the offensive scheme of things of Team Cone, because he can step out and shoot that shot. And if there is a mismatch, he's good enough really to pin his man down. No matter how big that defender is, he can shoot 2 feet and below easily.
Smart move brought to you by Smart. Be there like never before.
There was a time he was out for like 6-7 games, and they had problems with their offensive, especially in the scoring department.
Alam mo, dami kong plug sasabihin.
Yun na nga eh.
Nandi mo, nahalata niya, daming plug, ano? Pero thank you. Smart, be there like never before.
We're not complaining.
We're not
50%.
complaining. I'm just saying a fact of life.
I just have to minimize my speech.
No, you keep talking. I'll just catch up. Don't worry. LA. Devance. Libre. Aha, pinasa pa.
Just a great decision there.
Yung play na yan, buti nag-succeed. Kung hindi, ano yan, sasabihin pero dapat tinira mo
Tinira
na.
na, oo. Pero good decision.
In a way,
Last
yeah.
second decision by Ferrer, opting to go for a higher percentage basket.
Ginebra is in the lead, 22-18. Hanmisi missing that heave at the basket. Here's Tenorio trying to shake himself open. Si Devance, ano, alam mo, may bagal pa ng konti.
Ninibago pa yan.
Ninibago. Tama yun. Ako, hirap ng angulo. Mananatili ang bola sa Barangay Ginebra. Samantala, may magkaka-timeout tayo, pero not without a look at this fast break brought to you by United Auctioneers Incorporated, the biggest auction company in the Philippines. ISO certified, submitting ikaw ang bida. We shall take this break. Okay, a lot of things happening on the court. T-shirts being tossed into the crowd. Tamang sagot sa ating Phoenix Pulse. Moneyball question ay number 1, Barangay Ginebra.
As he was picked in 2015. Second round pick, number 16 overall. And of course, he played for University of Santo Tomas. We're talking about Aljon Mariano. And also good contributor for his team.
And we've got a Pay Maya play brought to you by Pay Maya, the official payment partner of the PBA. Get an account in a minute, just download the Pay Maya app. Again, the importance of this game. For Ginebra, the challenge is to win to avoid a playoff showdown on Sunday, Coach.
Oh yes, bigger implications really for Barangay Ginebra. A win will push them to a best-of-3 series against Rain or Shine, this same team. While a loss, they will drop to number 8. They have to go through that playoffs versus Blackwater Elite. And worse, even if they succeed and win against Blackwater, they face San Miguel Beerman, with San Miguel enjoying a twice-to-beat advantage.
No smile bigger than that of Sol Mercado, as that went in the nick of time. This shot does not produce anything. Hanisi back and it's on the ground. Just Ponferrada. Shot clock at 7. Wala. Naging foul baiting. Libre. Yo, here comes Ginebra. Trying to engineer a tear here. Pag gumanyan ng Ginebra, no, simple, kailangan bumaba ka talaga.
Bumaba ka
Huwag
talaga.
mong panoorin.
Yes, at hindi pwede kasi once they get that momentum, they usually get so excited when somebody makes a slam dunk, Japit Aguilar or Slaughter, or they hit a shot from the outside, a three-pointer earlier by Sol Mercado, or they run and score fast breaks that will get the crowded ball. In fact, if you're going up against this team, that is part of the scouting report, yung sixth man, hindi pwedeng kasali sa laban yan, yung Barangay Ginebra crowd.
Samantala, free throw coming up. Brought to you by Smart. Be there like never before. Alam mo, nahalata mo sa Ginebra. You played against them. You coached against them. Regardless of generation, they ride on the momentum of the crowd. Sometimes they'll succeed. Sometimes they won't. But it's always there.
Oh, yes. And it is always nice. Wherever they play, they have this home court advantage. And when the referees call a questionable situation, nandyan na yung crowd fighting for them, so they can just really focus on the game.
Corporon is in for Norwood. 25-18, Ginebra has inched away from an 18-all standoff earlier. 7 points in a row. Saul finally drops one in, and it is a 26-18 opening quarter. The shot. And look at Tenorio, was not sat down in this entire first 12 minutes. Open Aguilar. Not this time. Open shot at good look. Mga coaches hindi naman
Oh, yes. Especially a guy who can actually hit from the outside. Remember that breakout game by Raymond Aguilar against San Miguel Beerman when eventually he was judged as our player of the game. He hit a couple of threes, so he has that license to shoot from distance.
In the meantime, a botched play along the sideline. Ginebra loses the grip on the ball. They still lead, though, 26-18.
And this is one aspect in the game wherein if you're Team Cone and you're Barangay Ginebra, that is something that you're watching out for. They're, yung dami ng kanilang turnovers, they turn the ball over 19.5 points per ball game, and you will be surprised. They are the worst in the league.
You think that they're so careful, no?
Yes.
You just think. By the way, Raymond Almazan, who was reported earlier by Selena Dagdag, has been given the green light to be on the floor.
Raymond Almazan shooting 2.
Crowd trying to get on the case of the rock and roll guy. That'll circle in.
But this is not a good story between this rain or shine franchise. You know, a few weeks ago, itong si Almazan, medyo may misunderstanding with their coach Caloy Garcia. Pero as soon as they were able to patch things up, naging player of the game naman ito si Almazan. So that is part of pro basketball. Sometimes you just have to turn the page and move on.
Alam mo, kahit ano namang organization pag pinagsama-sama mo ang tao, iba-iba yan. Kahit sabihin mo as professional as possible, magkakaroon ng difference yan. O may elevator itong Ginebra. Binago. Sol Mercado, short. Takiwa up. May chance. matapos pang first quarter. Ginebra managing to pull away slightly against the rain or shine side that's so spunky. 26-20 is the count. Tunay na lakas move hatid sa inyo ng Cobra Energy Drink. Walang talo ang 13 pesos mo, Selena. Brian, and yours truly, Seb Sarmenta, will be back with you shortly. Members of the Philippine Army, our guests here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Boy, that game they played against San Miguel Porferada and Bo Belga could not miss. They scored almost every three-pointer and almost every basket in sight.
And that was just a great overall performance by these two players. Belga, look at his numbers. 19 points, 7 rebounds, 7 out of 14 from the field and 3 out of 6 from the three. What about Jewel Panparada? 17 points, 6 out of 9 from the field, 5 out of 7 from the three. You go up against San Miguel, you go up against the big guys, Fajardo and Yancy De Ocampo. You really have to shoot from the outside.
And shoot very well.
They were able to accomplish that.
And the quarter, second, brought to you by Cobra Energy Drink. May labang ka.
Ilalabas mo kasi, hindi mo pwedeng post yan ng lalaki.
Hindi. Ito na. Hanmisi, Ginebra ang depensa, tinawagan ng traffic.
I thought that was a good ploy. You go up against Barangay Ginebra, you want to challenge and attack the defense of LA Tenorio. But with so much pride, he was able to make that stop against Hanmisi. A forced turnover, the ball goes back to Ginebra.
Rain or shine, bringing up its defense. I don't think LA Tenorio will see a lot of rest in this game. Trying to hand off to LA, unable to do so. Here's a drive by Sol Mercado. Couldn't find the right angle. A dotted stand and pop. The shot will not work. And the rebound lands in the hands of Teniente LA Tenorio. Tenorio looking for a friend. Anybody. By the way, Jeremy Cruz already in the ball game. Mariano is there as well. Shot clock has been a problem really for Barangay Ginebra. This one will not work. Second attempt by Aguilar. The ball on the ground, taken away. Lead pass under the basket. Ooh! Kulang lang na konting hook.
Nice challenge by LA Tenorio. He did not give up on that play. He was able to force a miss. Diba? Parang ano lang yan eh. Wala nang chance eh. Ang laki ng kalaban eh.
Pang-ilang lang talaga eh. 26-20.
Turnover na naman para sa Barangay.
Shot clock sa 9. Hanmisi seeing a crease. Hindi nakataas.
Ganda ng bulusok. Parang may pinindot na turbo boost ito si Hanmisi. Very slow first two moves and all of a sudden a lead dribble. He was already there. He was fouled. 2 free throws will be given to him.
Selena Dagdag has a report.
Yes, Maverick Hanmisi points out how his team's been battling injuries all conference, that by now they're pretty much used to the adjustment it demands. Umaasa na lang sila na marami ang magsa-step up kasi everybody works hard and practice. Speaking of hard work, alam nyo ba na si Mav also joined the recent Sparta obstacle course in the Philippines with Rain or Shine strength and conditioning coach, Matt. He says it helps keep him in tip-top shape, lalong-lalo na kasi crucial stage of the playoffs na. Seb and Ryan.
Grabe kung abusuhin yung word na hard work. You know? Everybody loves to use that line.
But usually when you render that kind of work, you will really get a lot of benefit from it. And just look at the numbers of Hanmisi in this conference alone. 11.9 points per game. He's the second best scorer in this team. Once he scored 23 points. So he's really capable of scoring big and is now an integral part. As if on cue, another 2 points for an integral part in the offense and even in the rotation of Coach Caloy Garcia.
You know, they don't mind if you just... I like the word when you see the hard work and you see the result. What I don't like is the players mount it without understanding what it means.
Oh, that's
correct. Diba? Actually, pinaka-hard work lang kami ni Coach. Ayaw. Nakikasaktan yata si Pagparado.
Oo, nagpapasab.
Okay lang ba sa inyong coaches yan? pagka sinabing nagpapasab.
Okay yan because you know that you will be a liability on defense
Let's say
and also, of course,
nasaktan or something.
magsuslow down ka even the offensive execution. And usually sa pride ng mga players na to, kung hindi ka nasaktan at hindi mo iniinda, hindi ka rin magpapapalit eh. Because you'd rather play on the court than sit on the bench. So obviously, even if he is bull strong, tinamaan to.
Parang knock the wind out of
Oo,
him no? Hindi mo naman masisi. Sumenyas agad sa bench. That works. Devance pushes Ginebra in front, 31-23.
And this is going to be very dangerous for the opposition because Joe Devance only 4 points per ball game in just one game. The last time he played against Meralco Balls now has 7 points across his name.
We're coming below 8 and 50. Belga step back. No. After an initial success and an early run, unable to hit his last 3. Open shot. No. Could have been a perfectly set up shot given the rhythm. Hamisi nang wawasak ng depensa. Here comes Ginebra. Finally, Tenorio getting some rest. Downstairs we go. Cruz trying to dance. Ball is lost from his hand.
Galing talaga tumiming nitong si Big Boy. He does not need help side defenders. No need for his team to double team. Kayang-kaya niya. Depensahan yung mga pumuposte laban sa kanya.
Libre. Lihis lang.
I think Almazan and even Big Boy Belga has to understand the 5 of Ginebra right now. There's no Greg Slaughter. There is no Japet Aguilar at the moment. So instead of shooting from the outside, they must go deeper to the basket, back their people up, and hopefully get a higher percentage shot. But if you go up, of course, against big guys, tama yung tira ni Almazan. Pero dapat medyo nasi-sense niya na yung kanilang advantage at this point.
Hamisi ended up with his second foul. 2 subs are waiting in the wings for rain or shine. Our referee is consulting the Bob Belga, uttering undesirable words. And now Mark Kagiwa, the ageless veteran, shoots a pair. Or is it just the technical? Just a technical.
And 2 free throws for Sol Mercado and Big Boy Belga still arguing with our lady referee.
Yung tumawag sa kanya ng technical.
Yes. And the reason for his complaints is because when he made that Dirk Nowitzki 1-foot step back move, he felt like he was fouled. So ang feeling talaga niya, kung hindi tinapik yung kamay ko, pasok yun.
Hatid sa inyo ng Smart on free throw, be there like never before.
Naman si Big Boy Belga eh. Pailing-iling pa rin, no?
Nauusok po. Kaya ako gusto ko yung culture na yung referee pwedeng kausapin para magkaroon ng paliwanag. Okay sa akin yan. Nung araw, si referee Kahandig, tinawagan si Francis Arnaiz. Foul! Foul! Foul ka, Arnaiz! Sabi niya, Rex, ang layo ko, ref.
Okay.
Wag na, natawagan ko na. Taas na kamay. Taas ang kamay.
Tama ka. Dapat ganun lang rin. May mga komedyante rin dapat mga referee. Not too serious.
Pumasok na. Corporan, aking dati. Kwento sa akin ng the late PBA Commissioner June Bernardino yan eh. Taas ang kamay. Taas ang kamay. It is 34-26, 8-point lead by the Barangay. Nice pass. Nice pass. Ooh, usually pag nice pass, basket eh. Follow up, ayaw.
Especially if it is Jervy Cruz who is involved in that pick and pop situation. No one in front of him. It is within his range. 7-footer for him, but he missed it. So he's only human. But good thing, si Aljon Mariano was there to save the day for the Gin Kings. He was able to collar that offensive rebound and a chance for 2 free throws.
I begin to get this idea that Kaloy Garcia enjoys this conversation with the referee as we give you our second Moneyball question sa Phoenix Pulse Moneyball question. Saang probinsya si Dexter Marquez ng Rain or shine. Siguro ano yung kanyang hometown, ano? Pampanga, Pangasinan, Cagayan Valley. Yan ang choices.
Pero tama ka, no? Running conversation between referees and Kaloy Garcia. Kung sino man yung napalapit sa kanya, automatic eh.
Di ba foul? Di ba foul? You can
Ba't
actually,
hindi ginawa ko yun?
you can actually hear Kaloy. May foul ata. Mariano collects his first. Let's update you on the team fouls. Rain or shine with 3, Ginebra with 1.
Ito si Dakiwag, originally drafted by the Bolts. But last season, he was traded. Involved naman doon was Mike Tolomia.
Yes. Split from the stride by the Kiwag. 35-27 tally. Here's Jeremy Cruz, who once played for Rain or Shine. Tagiwa. Mariano head and shoulder fake. You change your mind when Belga is in front of you, huh? Sol Mercado. It's an offensive foul. Is it? Yes, it is.
And turnovers are piling up here for Barangay Ginebra. Nowhere to go usually when things are not going right. They will just look for big boy Greg. But unfortunately, wala si Greg ngayon. So nagpumroblema sila dun sa usual flow and rhythm nila offensively. Kaya halos doble na yung turnover sila. Rain or Shine has 4. Barangay Ginebra has 7.
Ano sabi mo? Worst in the league. Ang Barangay
Oo,
Ginebra.
nakakagulat yung stat na yun.
Whoa! 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 Hindi nakita ni Mark sa ilalim eh.
Pero buti na lang.
Oo, nakaiwas pareho. Kundi parehong nasaktan eh.
Tsaka matatag. Masama yung bagsak ni Dakiwag na yun.
Nice turn. Oh, hindi na pumasok. Washington cleans it up. Nice side step. Missed the hoop. 35-27 below the 6-minute mark of the second. Here's Luis Alfred Tenorio. Throws it to Devans. Lead with Tagiwa.
He still has it. Now you don't want to leave him open, especially if he gets into a good rhythm from the perimeter. A total of 3 points already for the Sparks.
Pag ginawa ni Mark Tagiwa yan, nagta-turn back yung hands up tayo ng mga Ginebra fans. Ano?
Tsaka yung feeling ng Barangay Ginebra, yung pwede pa.
Pwede
Another
pa.
3 years. At gano'n yung nakakashoot. May extend yung kontrata. Gusto ko namin makita si Mark Pagdaro.
Devans. At alam ni Tim kung kailan niya ipapasok eh.
Yes.
Pang-inject ng inspiration. LA hop, step, and jump. Yes, sir!
That's a crafty move by LA Tenorio. They got the defender up there, totally fooled. And that simple jump hook was enough for Kaloy Garcia to call a timeout.
And they're enjoying it. Back in a moment, it's 39-27. Ginebra. Part of the halftime or the intermission between timeouts. And here's LA Tenorio.
Well, it's very seldom you see LA Tenorio really struggle from the field. He only scored 5 points against the Bolts. So he probably had difficulties calibrating his shots. And as a result, his confidence low in points, only 3 assists. He turned the ball over 3 times as well. And his field goal shooting atrocious at 1 out of 8. But tonight is a different story for Teniente Tenorio. In the first quarter alone, meron siyang 8 puntos. And here, in the second quarter, a total of 10 points already for him.
Selena?
Yeah, kwento ni LA na magiging mahirap para sa kanila ang laban na ito sapagkat all week long their practices have involved plays with Greg Slaughter in it. Kahapon lang daw nilang nalaman na hindi makakapaglaro itong si Greg. So sudden shift for them. The only upside is they've been in this situation several times before. To add in, its opportunity for others to step up and translate their hard work into a good game. Seb and Ryan.
Boy, that's a challenge, Selena and Ryan. Buong ligo mo pa sa tapos Sorry, hindi ako kasama sa biyahe.
Bigat talaga yun.
Mabigat yun.
Because the preparation really is how to take advantage of having a Greg slot inside. So you use your high-low plays, get Greg Slaughter deep inside or back up a smaller defender. So ngayon, change ng mindset. Kaya offensive-minded si L.A. Tenorio ngayon. Siya talaga umiupensa. Wala na silang pagkukunan eh.
Earlier, Jay Wash with a corner connection. And Japet Aguilar replies on the other side. He has quietly struck together 9 points.
And the inside-outside combination once again. Nakashoot na kasi itong si Kagiwa kaya hindi na pwedeng iwanan. Kaya easy na ngayon kay Japet Aguilar to operate against a smaller defender.
And in the meantime, a Pay Maya play. Hatid sa inyo ng Pay Maya, the official payment partner of the PBA. Get an account in a minute. Just download the Pay Maya app. 11 is the distance, just a point short of the biggest lead established by Barangay Ginebra in the game so far. Demands on pops. Oh, that decided just fall in.
Again, the kind of lead on the defense by Joe Devance. Akala ng defender niya mag-curl siya to the basket. All of a sudden, he stepped out and shot that perimeter J.
Now we have the biggest lead at 13. Hook pass. Norwood shot falls a tad short. 3:20 to go, second quarter. Kagiwa spinning. Tenorius spotting the inside, surveying. That's blocked. Japan reclaims it. 6 seconds of the shot clock. Long cross-court pass. Mariano lets it fly. No.
Paling na paling. No chance.
Bakit walang angulo talaga yun.
Walang angulo.
Samantala, Jay Wash hit one there earlier. Belka says, set shot.
Sinakta na ni Big Boy Belga. The direction of Barangay Ginebra. Bench.
Bang! Binaril yung kung sino man yun. Ginebra by 10. Top of the keyhole with the spark. 2:20 to go. Mark. His shot veers away from the hoop. 2:12 to play. Second quarter. Belga zipped it inside. Lalakas ng pasa, no? Jay Wash up fake. Nobody biting. Shot clock less than 10.
I don't think Washington realized that he was wide open underneath.
Hirap na. That's not exactly the best shot there.
Yes, and you look back at that sequence, I thought that was a good pass by Belga. And Washington was all alone, but he did not even look at the rim. As a result, they were forced to take a bad shot.
We'll slide into this timeout. Ginebra has a 10-point lead. And you're back with us here inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Ginebra with a 10-point lead. And coming up, a drive brought to you by United Auctioneers Incorporated, the biggest auction company in the Philippines, ISO certified, submitting Ikaw Apida. Quickly, Coach, for the benefit of our late tuners, Ginebra must win this ball game to avoid complications.
But not only that, also for positioning. Because if they win this ball game against Rain or Shine, they'll go up to number 5. It will be a best-of-3 series, all odds even, against the same team, Rain or Shine. But in case they drop this game, they'll go down to number 8. They have to fight Blackwater for that final 8 spot and go up against Barangay San Miguel if they win.
Okay, Dribblers, at tamang sagot sa ating Phoenix Gulls Moneyball question ay Pampanga. Ano nga yung question? Si...
My guess.
Tinago mo agad yung question. Di ba na babanggit? Answer lang din yun. Kung saan galing si Dexter Marquez. Ayan na. 13 points, a repeat of the biggest lead of Barangay Ginebra.
Well, it's very, very seldom to see LA Tenorio play back-to-back bad games. Yes, relatively, he had a miserable game against the Bolts, only 5 points, but it's just a different story. He knows how important this ball game is, and he came out to play.
You know, the great ones know kung kailan yung bawing. Free throw, hatid sa inyo na Smart. We there like never before. That will not work. And we got a Pay Maya play brought to you by Pay Maya, the official payment partner of the PBA. Get an account in a minute. Just download the Pay Maya app.
And of course, sometimes you try to question the defensive philosophy of the guard who's supposed to be in front of LA Tenorio. You know that he's hot, so just stay home and allow the other players to score. And even against the zone, because earlier when LA shot that 3 in the deep corner, itong Rain or Shine was in the zone already, so hindi nila binatawan yung zone na yun. But good thing for them, they were able to force that TO.
Si Jody Vance off yung timing. Pangalawang turnover na niyan, off passes.
Well, for one, kulang pa yung timing niya. Number 2, naninibago pa yung mga kakampi niya.
You're back?
Nahihirapan pa.
Sagasa. Nilabas. J-Wash libre. Up, may tulak. Huli.
This is actually a situation wherein Belga relishes it so much. He is hated by the Ginebra crowd. He's embracing that kind of a situation.
Don't you just love me? He's telling the Barangay Ginebra fans. Mukhang may 30-second timeout.
Yeah, we discussed.
Pagising pa lang ni Bo Belga umaga.
Alam niya
It's
na.
Ginebra Day. It's Ginebra Day. Sige, labas nyo lang team standings whenever.
Yeah, we've been talking about how big this is for Barangay Ginebra, and what about Rain or Shine? A victory in tonight's game will still make them number 4. Even if after a loss, they will still be number 4. Ang magkakaiba lang rito is pag nanalo sila, NLEX kalaban nila, medyo suki nila yon. At pag natalo sila, Barangay Ginebra na naman ang kanilang mga kalaban. But what about the other teams? Yun, medyo mabigat din yon. Because kung manalo rito ang Barangay Ginebra, out ang Blackwater, Phoenix, TNT, playoffs for number 8.
Sa linggo yan.
Yes. At pag nanalo naman ang Rain or Shine, TNT, out. Gin Kings versus Blackwater, playoffs for number 8.
Dun. Dami nakaabang dito. No?
Nag-aabang rito, of course, yung Blackwater. Tsaka TNT, may kanya-kanyang
Storya
kakampi
natin,
yan.
hindi pa complete. Mga kaibigan natin sa press room, hindi pa rin ang complete ang storya. Banging inside. Oh! Parang umapak na sa floor. Hindi ako sure, ha? Parang umapak na sa floor si J-Wash. Pero ang bola, mananatili ito dyan sa bahagi ng sa banda ng Ginebra.
And another side story here, ano?
Ano?
TNT cheering for Barangay Ginebra. These two teams hate each other, but not tonight.
Yeah. Please, just for tonight. Peace in our land and our time. Their life depends on it. Nice high low. Jacket angled away. It's a 12-point game. 4 seconds to go. 3. Is Norwood aware of it? Now he is. No. And we're done with this first half. Ginebra stepping on the gas, Coach Ryan.
Oh, yes. And what is nice is at the end of the first 2 quarters, they were only up by 6 points. So ito, nadoblehan nila yung kanilang kalamangan dito sa pangalawang ginto.
Before we say goodbye to the first half, we'd like to unfurl our tunay na lakas move na hatid sa inyo ng Cobra Energy Drink. Walang talo ang 13 pesos mo. Selena Dagdag and all our friends will take care of presenting our halftime show and other things we do. At halftime, when we return, we'll catapult from that score on your screens. Bagay-bagay. Ito, tingnan natin yung mga stats na itong first half. Kung saan Ginebra ang lamang, 46-34. Digit ng first quarter, tapos pumiglas itong Ginebra.
Yes, only up by 6 points at the end of the first 12 minutes. But Ginebra is really doing it defensively. Look at their points allowed in the 2-point field goal percentage. Only 4 out of 19 for a very low 21%. Rebounding, even without Slaughter, they're up by 8 more rebounds. In the assist department, up by 5 more assists. turnover points, maski mas maraming turnover nila, mas marami naman yung kanilang puntos. And LA Tenorio coming alive in today's game. 5 out of 5 from the field, leading all scorers here in this ball game.
Third quarter, hatid sa inyo ng Cobra Energy Drink. May laban ka. The shot does not work. Will this work? Yes.
Not to be denied, Joel Confarada, his first basket here in the ball game. Remember
Nasaktan
their
nung-
game against San Miguel?
Oh, ano?
17 yan.
Nasaktan kanina
Tama,
lang nung
unang
first
pasok nga pala.
quarter nung ano. Kaya medyo nag-stall ang scoring. Si Joey Guanyo, nakita ko nasa technical table.
Yes, oo.
Buti naman. At nakikita ko si Joey Guanyo na mas madalas. Marami rin kwento yan.
Tama. Ano yan? Member of our 1986
UP
UP
champion
Fighting
team.
Maroons.
Tsaka
And
alam mo,
then,
yung experience niya as a technical person ng basketball, nag-increase. Lalo na nung si Chino Trinidad yung commissioner ng
yes,
PBL.
definitely a person who can add value dito sa ating officiating. Ito si Joey Guanyo.
Ay sa Tibay rebound brought to you by Eagle Cement. Ay sa Tibay. At naman yan, may trabaho hanggang hindi. Kaya yung officiating, lagi naman may tanong. Di ba?
Pero kasi meron talagang demeanor ng isang taong manning that kind of a function dahil lahat ng 12 teams for sure aangal yan eh. So you have to be very patient. You have to have great knowledge in the game and also the way you officiate games. May distinct feature kasi itong PBA, different from FIBA, different from the NBA, and you must be able to articulate it the way they have to.
Free throw hatid sa inyo na Smart, be there like never before. Addendum to sa kwento na yun. Si Joey kasi worked with some of our referees when they were still with the PBL noon, so he knows many of them. Tinatakot niya.
Tinatakot siya. And also, you take a look at his history. He was once a professional, of course, PBA player playing for Pure Foods at one point. Then
Shell.
when he retired, the Shell also. And then when he retired, he was an assistant coach to Perry Ronquillo ng Shell also.
Yeah. Nag-assistant coach kay Eric Altamirano
Yes,
sa NU.
NU.
Yan, nag-champion team ng NU. Tingnan mo itong ikot na to! Yes!
He likes that pyramid move. What is so interesting about that is he uses his full quickness, then he makes that turn, left shoulder drop, easy basket for the Kiwag.
It's a Pay Maya play brought to you by Pay Maya, the official payment partner of the PBA. Again, in a minute, just download the Pay Maya app. 30-second timeout has been requested. And let's send it to Selena.
Despite suffering a double-digit deficit at the end of the first half, the mood in the locker room of the Elastopainters was fairly calm. The coaches focused on encouraging the white shirts and reminding them of their errors. Anong errors sa mga ito? Well, coming into the second half, Coach Caloy wants their team to make better decisions, lalo't they fired bad shots in the first two quarters. He also reminded them to push the ball more as he finds his team's tempo pretty slow. Seb and Ryan.
Thank you very much, Selena. One day, before this plan, wait lang. Gusto ko magkaroon ng isang report ganito. They were mad inside the locker room. They were throwing towels at each other.
Pwede mangyari yun. Pwede mangyari talaga. Pero hindi ko lang alam kung i-report.
Yun lang. They were throwing water bottles at each other. That's how much they loved each other. Samantala! Ala! Ayaw makawalan yung ball. Jumble tayo. Ganda ng energy nun. May contention. 8-second violation ba?
Now, how are they gonna
sort that out?
Yes. Nakatawid na ba si Scotty? Or dapat ba ang bola is doon na sa front court nila?
Saan ang line of scrimmage?
Itanong na kay Joey Guanyo.
Yeah, Joey Guanyo. Di ba na, jumble na eh. Sige na, mag-away na kayo dyan. Scotty beaming up. 48-40, he never led by as much as 13.
Pero ito tanong ko, kailan ka nakarinig na jump ball pa lang, tumalo ng mataas, naghiyawan na yung mga tao, hindi pa nakakashoot? Scotty lang.
Samantala dribblers, ito ang ating Phoenix Pulse Moneyball best player of the game, si Gideon Toledo. Gideon, maraming salamat pagsali at congratulations. 48-40 ang ating score.
Slow start here for Ginebra. They gave up 4 straight points in rain or shine. There's a reason, of course, why there was a sense of calm doon sa kanilang locker room, because whatever happens to them, yung important na ginawa nila is nanalo sila doon sa San Miguel, because that solidified their entry doon sa best of 3. And whatever happens in tonight's game, they will be number 4. But how important is their game as far as they are concerned? Yung pairing lang. A win, they will go up against NLEX. Hindi pa sila natatalo ron. But a loss, they'll go up against the same Barangay Ginebra team in a best of 3.
And you don't want to play Ginebra every day. Ginebra may like to play you every day, but you don't like to play them every day. That is angled up. Here comes L.A. Tenorio. Tenorio pushing hard, defying the double team on him. He lost it, however. Here's the Kiwag. Ahead to Misi. Sex launches offline. Rebound taken away by Scotty Thompson. The crowd screaming. Rebound pa lang. Devance. Hindi makalift si Devance na foul sa likod.
And then I'm looking at Coach Caloy Garcia. He is just reacting to every play. And there are times when I usually bump into him dito sa tunnel, mga Ranet, and I tell him, you should just focus on the game, because sometimes because of too much complaining, you lose your focus.
Exactly. Kanina in steel, hatid sa inyo na United Auctioneers Incorporated, the biggest auction company in the Philippines, ISO certified, sa bidding ikaw ang bida.
But of course, I don't know if he listens to me. Yun, isang question yun. Yun, hindi natin malaman yun.
Yes, Coach. Yes, Coach. Yes, Coach. Dumating na yung simbo yun ng damdamin sa laro. Patay. Samantala, Rainer Scheiner to get on track here. The shot, good line, no rebound controlled by Japet. But Thompson, problematic.
There's too many mistakes here for Barangay Ginebra, and the fans are getting mad.
They're throwing bottles. They're throwing towels.
Napo-frustrate na yung Barangay Ginebra fans. Hindi pa sila nakakascore. 3 minuto na ang nakaraan.
Ang sigaw ng mama rito, ano ba kayo?
Ano ba kayo? Sabi ng isang nasa likod natin.
Asar na yung Ginebra pati. Ano ba kayo? Ayan, may foul naman sa baba. Better pass. My guess most likely charged with this one. Bawal sa Rainer siya nang hindi malaki ang braso. Ano? O ano?
Yung
Cristo lang yata ang manipis ang braso.
pag big man ka at hindi ka naman si Almazan, dapat yung medyo siksik yung chan mo.
In the meantime, Aguilar was thinking of dunk, but there was a person in front of him. Let's just score this easily. It's 11 points.
Remember, J.R. Kenyahan and Big Boy Belga, the extra rice unlimited. Parang ito si Mike Kesey pumalit eh.
No. Swing left, go right. Short pass. Libre, tira. Dexter Marquez drilling it in, cutting it down to 8:18 to go.
That he has offense. He's not just there to play tough interior defense. He can shoot that short corner jumper.
Some big men will have to nail that shot.
Tama ka.
Oh. They'll have to nail that.
Well, sa
more
NBA,
often
yung
than
spot
not.
na yun, that's what you call the dunker spot dahil they can really fly. But for Filipinos and they're undersized like Mikes, you have to shoot that in order for the defense to play you honest.
In the meantime, you've got a smart move brought to you by Smart. Be there like never before.
So 5 quick fouls. Ito si Mikes. Tama ba? Oh, tama. Penalty situation. 8 minutes pa natitira.
Jacket! And listen to this Ginebra crowd roar. Watch this. up a free throw brought to you by Smart. Be there like never before.
Coach Caloy up in arms, and the reason for that is not to applaud that slam dunk of Japet Aguilar, of course, but that was already the 6th personal foul of Dexter Marquez, and he did not even play in the first 2 quarters. We still have 7:49 remaining here in the third. In other words, 3 minuto, hindi, halos 4 na minuto lang. Foul out na agad siya.
They have how long are you allowed? A minute to make the change? You are, no? Allowed
Yes.
a minute, ano?
Otherwise, matatawagan ka ng delay of game warning kung pang-una pa lang yun. Of course, technical foul pag meron ng naunang warning. Sayang naman si Marquez, kakashoot na lang ng perimeter jumper. Nagalit tuloy si Jolly Escobar. Parang nagtataka siya. Ano ba nangyari doon? Hindi naman yun ang tinuro ko sa'yo, Dexter. O pa, sumisigaw pa si Jolly, oh.
May pagkain ba dyan?
Parang ganun
Yan
lang.
ang sinasabi ni Jolly Escobar.
Hindi naman marinig.
Oh, tingnan mo, patayo-tayo pa, oh. Paupo.
Ito talaga si Jolly Boy, oh.
Gutom na yan. Si Lina, tanong mo nga mamaya kung kumain yan. Wow, si Ahad Misi.
Now you're gonna be big, of course, if you're rain or shine, because you're in team penalty early. So all succeeding fouls will slot 2 free throws for Barangay Ginebra. So L.A. Tenorio single-handedly was able to intercept that pass. At natawagan naman ng foul itong si Anmisi. We've talked about the perfect offensive game of L.A. Tenorio from the field. A total of 5 out of 5 for him, 2 out of 2 from the 2, 3 out of 3 from the 3. And sometimes we jinx it once in a while, but it is not my fault. I was trying to tell facts how good he was in the first 2 quarters.
You messed him up. Yeah.
I did.
53-42 ang score.
80% shooter to. Kalahin mo mag-contest. Ito naman si LA. Ganda-ganda ng aking build-up eh.
Ganda ng build-up, ano?
Diba?
Yung mga yan, hirap sa mga yan.
Parang may earphones eh. Parang na-pressure eh.
I-miss ko nga.
Parang mapahiya to.
Nice shot. Ganda ng release eh.
Elevation eh.
Dahil sa
Ganda eh,
elevation,
diba?
ano, kita mo eh.
Kita mo. Parang yung tira ni Michael Jordan against Craig Elo. Ganun top of the key, oh.
Si Craig Elo, forever. Panaginip niya yan.
Panaginip niya. The shot on Elo. Patay ka na.
That will not work. Rebound. Starry. Jacket! 12-point lead anew. Norwood screeches to a halt. Juan Ferrara to the corner. Jay Wash may have been clipped there. Reclaimed by Rain or Shine. Nakiwag trying to break loose. Devance on the switch. Libre sa kanan. Yes!
Ano yun? Importanteng tira yun.
Yes,
Pang-anim na puntos, pero para lang ma-break yung momentum nitong Barangay Ginebra dahil namamagana yung kalamangan eh.
Baba na siya sa 9 with 6:20 to go. Importante para to stay confident, stay focused. LA, kalabi. Medyo pilit. Dakiwag sidestep. Yes!
He's really a master in the open court basketball. He's just so creative. He can read the defense and finish strongly.
Creative is the operative term. 56-49. Sliding into a timeout. Back inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum. And look at this Pay Maya play brought to you by Pay Maya, the official payment partner of the PBA. Get an account in a minute. Just download the Pay Maya app.
Look at that offensive rebound by Scottie Thompson. And that unselfish play once again. Giving off that pass to Japet Aguilar. And Scottie Thompson, what an athlete. Is averaging 10.6 rebounds per ball game. 4th in the league and is the only guard in the top 10.
Hindi ko maintindihan pa rin. No? Pagka pinapakita yung baby sa TV, bakit sinishake yung baby? Ito yung possibilities. Ito yung senaryo.
Ito yung sinasabi natin eh. Importante sa Barangay Ginebra na manalo dahil magiging number 5 sila. Pag sila ay natalo, baka bumagsak sila mababagsak sila sa number 8 and they will have a playoffs and a twice to beat advantage. But marami pang komplikasyon, marami pang dala-dala itong laban na ito. Even the teams who are not playing in tonight's game. Just to simplify it.
At saka yung score, ano?
Yes, even the spread. Tama. So, to simplify it, after the Phoenix Fuel Masters victory earlier, a Ginebra win, that means Blackwater, goodbye. They'll be part of that bottom 4 and playoffs on Phoenix versus TNT for that 8th slot. And a rain or shine win will drop TNT at number 9 or number 10 for that matter, and playoffs into Gin Kings and Blackwater Elite for that 8th slot. Sigurado ako nanonood ngayon si Coach Leo Isaac, pati si Coach Nash Racela. Kasi ang playoff Sunday na eh.
Dine-check nila kung may schedule sila this week.
Yes.
May gagawin ba sila?
At ngayon, kung makikita mo, yung maraming ties, it will be broken by yung quotient system natin. So that is why it is very important to pad on or kaya tanggalin mo yung malaking kalamangan, shoot ka lang ng shoot towards end. For some coaches, they call it disrespectful. But in the kind of format that we have, tira ka lang ng tira habang may oras pa.
58-49 is the tally here. Earlier tonight, we had Phoenix winning against Global Port. Bell got thought about it. That will not work. They return it to Belga. He lost the ball. Look for it. Picked downstairs by the bench. Ferreira's back in the game. He was a starter earlier. Japet has the stretch red. Another turnover. Yung mama sa likod mo. Sisigaw na naman kaya.
Yun na nga eh. Eh paano nga namang hindi? Lamang sila ng 9. 16 na yung kanilang itinapong bola. Napakarami nun. E di sana nakatambak na sila, di ba?
Parang tatay yung mama kanina. No? Ano ba kayo?
Oo, galit na galit dito. Natawa ako. Pati siya parang natawa sa sarili mo eh.
Samantala, Japet. Hello. Muntik na. LA, kakalabit ba? Hindi. May oras eh. Japet konti. Uy, nice steal. Nice steal ang bilis nito si Dakiwag. Eh? Nice check. Starter step. Ay, naiwanan. Ay, naiwanan ng sinela sa bahay.
Kasi nakita niya parang slalom. So yung first cone, na-elude niya si Tenorio. Pangalawa, meron pang libans. Doon siya talaga nailang.
Nailang siya talaga. Selena, ano meron dyan?
7, Ryan, earlier, the coaches of the Elasto Painters told the boys to push the tempo of the game and they're happy na nagagawa na to ng team. Now the key is to keep the momentum on their side. However, on the downside, Coach Caloy is also pretty worried about the defensive rotation of the team due to Japet's back-to-back scoring. So he reminded them to be watchful of him as well, gentlemen.
Too many turnovers by the team, and I guess, Selena, they are watchful of what Ginebra is trying to do, trying to get Japet ignited anew.
And I'm looking at Coach Tim Cohn. Yes, napakarami ng turnovers nila, but Coach Tim is waiting for their defensive effort, and hopefully they can make a stop to get that turnover off their back because na-stop din naman nila yung offense ng rain or shine. So yun ang nangyayari rito. So nagmintis ang rain or shine, nabawi ng Ginebra, nakashoot sila, lamang na sila ng 11.
Good cut by Tenorio to the basket. Tenorio trying to ball hawk. Into the corner we go. Joey Wash loves that spot. Andun pa rin yung tira niya.
Meron pa rin eh. And alam niya na kailangan mag-evolve na yung kanyang game. There was a time when Alvin Patrimonio used to be unstoppable inside with his back to the basket attack. Pero nung mga nakakalaban niya na, lumalakas na yung pangangatawan, wala na siyang masyadong advantage inside. He stepped out and shot that 3 with consistency. And that, I think, is what Washington is doing in this game.
Sabi nga ni Hakim Olajuwon, my game is in a constant state of redefinition. Ito. Oops.
Nangyari rito.
Kasabitan yata yung mga malalaking tao. Tutulak ka. Bang, bang, bang.
Si Washington matatawagan dyan. Yes. Ito yung binabanggit natin dahil na maagang na penalty itong rain or shine. Tuloy-tuloy yung free throws naman itong mga nakapula.
3:30 pa na natitira. Mapahinga si Elite. Ang batang seeing action for the first time tonight. Hirap din ng you're developing your confidence with your coach. Don't know when you're coming in, you don't know. Just have to be ready each time.
Oh, yes.
Mentally, yung physically, nandiyan na yan eh.
And lalong-lalo na if you're playing for a coach na walang set pattern of substitution, walang set first five. Of course, to talk about Coach Yang Giao, you just don't know when your number is going to be called. And pati itong si Kaloy, serving as an assistant to Yang Giao for a long time here with Rain or Shine. Parang nakuha niya rin yung ganong hard-to-scout mentality.
But they do that in the practice before. They know who's going to be the starting lineup. Ferrer finds a way to score down the baseline. May kasama pang foul.
Just a nice counter-attack move there by Kevin Ferrer. Usually, he will just take that shot from the outside, but he sensed that it was Belga. No way for Belga to keep in step with him, especially on that kind of a penetration. So, end one for Ferrer, and after this timeout.
It's a tunay na lakas move at it's ng Cobra Energy Drink. Walang talo ang 13 pesos mo, and I think we've got a timeout here. We'll be back. Ito. Verbal altercation ang sabi. So tinawagan si Jay Wash, tinawagan din si Devance. Nag-usap lang naman eh.
Just the best way really to silence them. Bigyan mo ng tag-iis ang technical yan.
Maingay lang, malakas lang.
Napakaganda lang eh. Nagalit yung referee. English yan eh. Magkakaibigan naman to actually.
Actually.
Lalo na itong mga film na to.
Magkikita-kita rin.
Magkikita mamaya sa Eastwood yan.
Yan, yung sa wings, madalas yung mga yan. Yung sa istansya.
Oh, yes.
Nice form. Nambatak should really sharpen that, you know. So Letron Knight makes it 65-55.
Tama dahil malakas ang penetration nito eh. Buong-buo pag nag-penetrate. So pag nagsag na yung depensa, dapat meron siyang tirang ganun.
The shot does not work.
Kanina pa sinusubukan ni Raymond Aguilar, hindi talaga tumatama.
Nalis na nga yung headband eh.
Oo eh.
Wala talaga eh.
Naguguluhan siguro siya.
Nilabas. Ayaw ipilit. Shot clock sa 9. Aguilar trying to keep in step. That'll go.
2 minutes.
Kanya, no? Malakas din pang katawan ni Trulliano. Tumalsik din si Raymond Aguilar.
Here's Scotty. Sol Mercado looking inside. Shot clock down to less than 10. Aguilar providing the shield. Nice pass. Oh! Ayun na naman turnover.
19 na.
Nice breakaway layup.
Unforgivable yun if you're Coach Tim Cone, because not only did you turn the ball over, but even if you were like 5 guys already in the paint, they were still unable to stop that penetration of Trulliano.
Parang pinanood.
Pinanood, oo. Wala pa naman silang penalty. Isa pala yung kanilang team foul.
That won't stay inside the ball. Hindi napansin ng Trulliano. Pero ito yung mapupunta sa Rain or Shine.
This is what happens. Because of course, itong si L.A. Tenorio, extended na yung kanyang minuto in the first 2 quarters and also here in the 3rd quarter, kailangan pagpapahingahin. Pero nawawala ngayon yung priorities sa point of attack ng Barangay Ginebra. Hindi nila alam kung sino ang designated scorer nila. Kaya pinasok na si Japet, definitely an option on offense, and as if on cue, because they're having a hard time scoring, bumalik na itong si Teniente Tenorio.
Play alongside Sol Mercado together with Japet. Mariano is there. Jervy Cruz also there completing the 5. Big shot. And look at this. It's down to 3. where it once stood proudly at 13.
The three-pointer is really an ally here for Rain or Shine. Nakabalik na sila rito. Akala natin magtutuloy-tuloy na itong Barangay Ginebra. Pero alam ng Rain or Shine gano'ng ka-importante din itong kanilang laban na to for quarterfinals pairing.
Nice pass. Aguilar angled away. Shot clock down to 1. Ellie has to put it up offline. And now a chance for Rain or Shine to tie or just come within a point.
Oh, defense definitely tightening up for the Elasto Painters. Nice block shot there. And they were able to complete that defensive gem.
Libre. Sayang, hindi pumasok. Had a good line though. Wala ka naman masabi as coach. Libre. Ganda yung linya.
And in fact, in the first two quarters, they shot better from the 3 than from the 2-point range. And the reason why they're back in this ball game, dahil back-to-back threes yung kanilang ginawa ron.
That counts. That counts.
Yes.
Sol Mercado's giddy-up layup increases the lead to 5, a more comfortable distance before this third quarter drops its curtain. Ooh. 5 points is the lead, and we will be back with the final quarter of the elimination phase of the Philippine Cup for 2018. Okay, back with the series 67-62 is where we will take off from. Earlier, beginning to talk about that the game Tenorio had against Meralco.
Oh, definitely a miserable night for LA Tenorio against the Bolts. He was defended well. He could not get his shots off. His rhythm was totally out. He only scored 5 points on a 1 out of 8 shooting. And how important is LA Tenorio in this squad? In the 5 games that they've won, look at his numbers. 18, 3 out of 5 from the 3, 6 out of 8 from the field, a total of 18 points. So going back to my point, in the 5 games that they've won in this conference, his average is 19 points per ball game. But in the games that they've dropped, equal amount of games, not 5 games as well, he was only good for 9.6. So the 10-point differential really is material doon sa wins and losses ng Barangay Ginebra.
Okay, we are entering the fourth quarter, brought to you by Cobra Energy Drink. May laban ka. And this, again, just to sound like a busted up CD, dati just like a broken record, important for Ginebra to avoid any complication. A playoff, that is.
Siyempre, tama yan. Pag manalo, best of 3 ka. Pag natalo, playoffs ka na. For the final slot, tapos San Miguel pa makakalaban mo kung malusutan mo.
Practically, sana malaki yung Euro. Hindi lang sa Europe nagpunta yon. Nagpunta pa sa ibang planeta.
Hindi ka nun ang turo ni Ginebra. Ayan tignan natin. Mag-Euro step sana. Oop! Nag-extra step.
Third step na.
Yes.
Kahit sa video games, bawal yun.
Bawal yun.
Laka na screen nyo sa bahay.
Turnover na naman, Benefits, no?
Binalik. Hindi pinilit. Smart mo ba?
Walang numero,
Ramdam mo yan, pagbaba mo. Nice head and shoulder. Big! Mukhang foul si Jape.
Si Mariano tatawagan dito.
Si Mariano ba?
Yes.
Yep, you're right.
Pangalawang personal foul ni Mariano. Ganda ng stutter step and crossover move ni Truliano. He's getting extended minutes. We've mentioned the absence of 2 main players. Chris Chu down with an injury. Pati ito si James Yap. Hamstring injury naman.
And the free throw is brought to you by Smart. Be there like never before.
So it's really up for these guys. Itong si Nambatak, itong si Truliano, even Ahanmisi, to really embrace the opportunity that accorded to them right now.
I think that's the nice functional word there. Opportunity. Kasi pag bumalik na sila Chris Chu, sila James Yap.
Inipis ang oras nila.
trick dyan, galingan mo para mag-isip yung
Oh,
coach.
syempre.
Di ba? Okay. Coach, di ba nung last time, alam na rin coach yun.
Tsaka maganda kasi ngayon, because of advanced analytics and statistics, hindi lang talaga yung puntos ang nakikita o yung rebounds.
Yeah, yung
Even
efficiency.
yes, player efficiency rating, yung that time that you were inside, plus ba o minus, yun binabantayan na rin ng mga coaches yun.
What did you do for me last time? Let me see. Ganun klase.
Yes.
Selena, please join us.
Sab, Ryan, earlier you mentioned how Ginebra Kings are averaging several turnovers per game. Pero nang nakausap ko si Coach Tim Cone dati, apparently it doesn't bother him so much. Niya several key players are in and out of the roster this conference. So it's really a part of their adjustments and the steep learning curve that comes with it. Heading to the fourth quarter, Coach Tim demands a more organized form of play. They're running around everywhere, and what he really wants is directed energy. Veterans like Sol Mercado also encourage the Kings to chase loose balls and grab second chance opportunities as final minutes. Seb and Ryan.
Directed energy. Tama yung sabi mo, Selena. You also underscored what Coach Ryan said earlier about Team Cone saying, okay lang yung turnovers. As you check out this Pay Maya play brought to you by Pay Maya, the official payment partner of the PBA. Get an account in a minute. Just download the Pay Maya app.
Of course, there is every time Coach Tim Cone reasons out, the debate is over. Wala nang kukontra dyan. Diba? So sinabi niya, hindi siya nababother ng turnovers.
We're okay.
Diba?
We're okay with the. We're okay. We're okay.
We're okay. Yes, you're okay.
We're going through a lot of struggles. You know, you can actually hear the voice. 70-63, 2 minutes just going by as I like the way Rain or Shine is plugging hard here. You know, ang back of their heads, ayaw nila makalaban itong Ginebra ulit.
Madali kalaban ng Ginebra sa series.
Oops.
Oh, kita mo, tama. Team Cone applauding the effort because there was an extra pass. Nanggigil lang itong Seguilar. So the challenge for the Ginebra players right now is to take back that that offensive miscue. And then when that happens, they might make a stop on this play. Then their turnover is erased.
Napag-isip, libre, tres, binaba ni Japet Aguilar yung depensa niya.
So now you turn the ball over but you were able to make that stop. That means hindi nag-increase yung turnover points ng Rain or Shine.
Yeah.
And now they attack again, a chance for them to increase their 7-point lead.
70-63 is the tally here, 7-point lead with 9 minutes and 15 in the balance of the fourth quarter. Ball away, Glass, yes.
12 points na si Big Boy Belga. He was held scoreless in the third quarter, but now is going for high percentage baskets here in the fourth.
1% siya, no? Kailangan niya.
Wala, hindi tumama yung tres niya, so nilapitan na niya.
And if you're Rain or Shine, you don't want to start this fire. Mga 500 replay yan mamaya. Sa YouTube, dito.
Ulit-ulitin yan. Tapos sa top 5 plays pa natin.
Yeah, mismo. Foul. Jervy Cruz. And Jervy quickly acknowledged that. In the meantime, here's this drive to the basket. Actually, hindi papasok yan. And that's why this becomes our Pay Maya play of the game. Mababasa ko yan, Maki. Masyado kang concerned kung mababasa ko hindi. Brought to you by Pay Maya, the official payment partner of the PBA. Get an account in a minute. Gusto mo pumatay account, bibigyan kita. Just download the Pay Maya app.
Perfect naman pagbasa.
Ay, buti. Ganda na abot ni Maki eh.
Saka lalaki ng letra.
Siyempre.
Ang yabang ko, nagsasalamin na rin ako.
Actually, malaking letra para kay Magu.
Kay Magu ba yan?
Okay lang yan. Para mabasa natin lahat. 72-67.
Lima na lang to. Kanina, 13 puntos itong pinoprotektahan ng Barangay Ginebra. So talagang lumalaban ng gusto yung Rain or Shine.
Whoop! Jump pass bigla. Nice pocket pass. Jump ball na tayo.
Almost another turnover. Nice interior defense by Rainer Shine. Now they force a jump ball, a chance for them to complete this defensive play.
Si Christian yung nakita niyo sa likod ni Coach Caloy, si Mike Buendia, and then andyan din yung aking Bruce brother na si Mike Buendia. Ano yan eh? Kasabay ko sa buffet yan. Ano yan? Soul
Buti
brother.
nakita mo si Christian na nasa likod ni Mike and lapat ni Mike. Naka side view.
Side view. Soul brother. 72-67. Ito. Norwood should exert his leadership at this point. They're coming in close. Oh, thought about it.
Siya na pinaka-veterano rito.
Oo. Ay, Sala. Rain or Shine looking for a foul on almost every sequence.
Yan, tama ka dyan. They are acting on every non-call.
Oh, buntik na.
Pushing foul number 52 of Bonferrada.
They whistle it against Bonferrada. That'll be 2 on him. Ginebra San Miguel requesting for a timeout. Back in a moment. Still with us here on ESPN5. Ito naman ang senaryo kung makakalusot ng Rain or Shine.
Sigurado na to, Rain or Shine wins in tonight's game. They go up against NLEX in the best of 3 series, while itong Barangay Ginebra will drop to number 8. They have to go through Blackwater Elite on a playoffs on Sunday.
Yeah, tanggal
and
ang
then
TNT pala.
tanggal ang TNT, and whoever wins in that game will go up against San Miguel Beerman, and Beerman having a twice to beat advantage. And if you're barangay, you don't want to be there. Simple as that.
Ano yun, no? You play these cards, ito mangyayari. You play these cards, ito mangyayari. Just win the game first.
Win the game.
Today is a day wherein don't lose the game. Just win the game. Bahala na where the cards will fall.
Tama ka.
Wala ka na magagawa sa games that you've lost, eh.
Yes.
You can only win the game that's in front of you. In the meantime, the shot of Norwood ends up short.
And of course, the other subplot here is TNT waiting, Blackwater waiting.
Yeah. The post. 8 on the shot clock. Defense not biting. The shot clock a problem. He makes the shot. It won't work. The rebound claimed by Barangay. Ginebra without the Mariano delivering.
Quite surprising that Alvin Marano out of nowhere did a Scotty Thompson kind of offensive rebound.
Yeah. Kalay Garcia running a commentary with the referees. That shot does not work.
And what is alarming in that kind of a continuous conversation with the refs is, if you're the coach, sometimes you will lose your focus. And not only that, even your players will start complaining.
In the meantime, sino ba ang foul doon? There's Kaloy Garcia. That's his familiar pose. Borboran moving out now. Almasan's back in. They called the foul on Troliano. Penalty situation or
Wala
team
pa,
foul count,
tatlo
malayo.
pa lang.
Tigatlo sila. Inbound, finally finding an open man. Chile, hapon-hapon na. Soligaw na.
Ano muna siya, quarter shooter muna siya para hindi siya masyadong mag-use ng energy.
Devance na ipit. Tumaas, walang dalang passport. Ito si Hanmi, si Carrera. Lipad! Wala, follow-up, yes.
This guy is definitely fresh. He did not play the whole of the third quarter. That's why you can see may spring pa siya. Nakatakbo pa siya, nakatalon pa siya. And the important basket once again for Rain or Shine. Now they're only down by 7.
Hook shot. No, it's a sort of a pushed shot there. 76-69 is the count now. Almasan thought about it. Here's Ahan Misi. Nice seal. Nice seal, actually. Ah! Nasil na niya eh.
Ganda na nung spin. He was actually wide open because he was just up against L.A. Tenorio. Pero hindi niya na-finish.
Siguro, no, he was looking for yung shoulders niya, looking for the contact.
Bump, yes. And he lost his balance.
Siguro sabi niya, uy,
May babangga.
walang tao.
Bigla na lang mag-isa.
Ay, tapos tinur niya yun.
Oo.
Kaya minsan, baka yun ang naging pagramdam.
Gusto ko talaga yung nagsasalita tayo. Yung akala natin, yun talaga yung nangyari.
Tayo naman speculation.
Haka-haka lang yun.
Speculation.
Pero nung naglalaro ka, perimeter player ka.
Oo, hindi naman ako
Shooter ka.
Hindi naman ako marunong sa ilalim. Malay ko dyan.
Tama. Kaya lalong wala tayong credibility dahil post ko yun.
Yeah, siyempre. Siyempre. Ito, babawi sana. Nice recovery that time by Almazan. Long toss to the open. Man on the other end. No, it won't go. For Troliano.
Pero managed kasi rin itong minuto ni Almazan. Nabanggit
correct.
kanina ni Selena that may iniindang injury rin ito.
Tagal din hindi nakalaro yan. At saka, marami din pinagdaanan sila ng team. That play botched.
26 turnover for Barangay.
Dami, no? Nice spin. Ooh, hindi lang pumasok. Follow up. Yes.
Sinigurado.
Cuts it down to 5. Easy basket.
Miscommunication on defense. How can you leave the Vance wide open underneath the basket? Tinginan na lang ron ng Elastic Painters.
4:23 in the balance. Ginebra by 7. They led by as much as 13 here. Good spin.
He really likes that matchup. Kevin Ferrer will have a difficulty guarding Ferrada dahil mas malaki sa kanya, mas malapad sa kanya, at magaling gumalaw sa ilalim.
Balikat pa lang eh.
Oo, tutugtog ka na
siya
eh. Oo.
Pick denied. Libre. Wild and wide and out.
That's his second air ball here in this ball game.
And we're going to slide into a timeout requested by Caloy Garcia. And we have 3 minutes and 53.2 remaining. Here's Joe DeVance slowly trying to get back in the game and the groove, so to speak.
Well, the most important thing if you're Barangay Ginebra is it is just nice to see Joe DeVance back. He only scored 4 points against Meralco, 3 rebounds and 2 assists. But tonight is a totally different story. He already has, ano ba si DeVance? 13 points na pala to. Napakatahimik na mga puntos.
Oo.
Ganun ka-importante to. He can
Ayun
shoot.
Ayun si Greg Slaughter pala, no? Sa gitna. No?
Oo, wala kasi si Greg eh. And 7 rebounds, 7 assists.
Celine had reported earlier in the first quarter that Greg Slaughter would be unavailable, and there's Greg Slaughter. Alam mo, pag player ka, nakakainis yung nakanadyang ka. Wala kang magawa. Libre. Ginebra trying to manage this lead with 3:37 to go. There's a baseline cut, no chance for a pass. Here's a pick for the top of the key, nice stretch.
That was a hard shot.
Japet Aguilar.
Ang lalim eh.
Oo, haba ng mga galamay.
Tsaka against Almazan yun.
Na mahaba rin ang galamay.
Yes.
Norwood sends it to the side. That ends up short.
Parehong baldog yung tira ni Dakiwag tsaka ni Norwood. Pareho dun sa may gilid ng rim.
Parang walang chance. Ano?
Wala talaga eh.
DeVance. Japet. Nice pass. LA hesitates. Looking for an opening. Lets it fly. No. It will
Sinwerte
stay
lang
with the
sila ron.
Barangay Ginebra Kings. As you check out the drive brought to you by United Auctioneers Incorporated, the biggest auction company in the Philippines, ISO certified sa bidding, ikaw ang bida. It's a half-minute timeout.
Kita mo yung Pilita Corrales na yon
Sige,
ni LA.
linawin mo ha, yung
Diba?
mga millennial.
Yung mga ganong mga layup.
Na the day you came along with your song. Yan na lang gawin mo.
Oh, sige. Ginebra wins by 18 points or less. Tignan natin to ha. So yun mangyayari pa rin. So Barangay Ginebra against Rain or Shine. So ano man ang mangyari? Maski 4 yan o 5 yan, wala yan. Dahil ang importante dyan is nandun ka sa best of 3 series at 0-0 yan.
Yun ang tinitingnan ng audience natin ngayon.
Ginebra wins by 20 points or more. Ayan, NLEX. Meron pa palang tsansa na NLEX ang kanilang mga kalaban.
Pero sa rate ng laro, parang hindi abot ng 20.
Hindi abot ng 20 to. Oo. 80 pa lang sila eh. 2 and 47 na lang natitira eh.
Saka 7 na lang yung lamang eh. Hindi nga nakalayo ng... Hindi nga naiwanan ng Rain or Shine. Pumiglas naman. At lumaban naman eh.
Oh yes.
Layo. Paano? 1 second to go on the shot clock. Eto, dami natin jump ball tonight, ano?
May nanghila.
Nahila si Bo.
Si Bopelka. Natawagan dun. Grabe talaga yung motor and activity nitong si Scottie Thompson. No? It was a bad shot way beyond the 3-point area, but he was able to keep that ball alive because of his hustle. So fresh 14 seconds dun sa kanilang shot clock.
With 2:39.5 in the balance of this final period. When we are done with this game, we'll quickly look at the team standings because this is the last game of the elimination phase. That shot does not materialize. Belga has it. The Kiwag, the sprinter. Ahan Misi, followed by Tenorio. Belga says, I got this.
Nako naman. Grabe.
Ano,
Hindi
ginawa?
na shotgun yun. Parang granada na eh.
Granada na. Parang sa'yo pinapunte. At tayo nasa last 2 minutes. Hatid sa inyo ng Cobra Energy Drink. Walang talo at 13 pesos mo. LA, samantalang sandali lang na libre. Ayaw pumasok ang tira. .139 to play. The Kiwag, 4-point game. Big stats. Yes! And the Kiwag brings them within 2, 1 minute and 33 to go. And we'll just hang on. We'll just hang on now. Watch this.
A nice play here, give and go. And that long sidestep by the Kiwag. Good decision again by Big Boy Belga. And look at that finish. That's not easy at all. So after being down by as big as 13 points early in the ball game, grabe ang pagbabalik nitong Rain or Shine. You're only down by 2.
$80-78.
Now, this is what happens once again. If Rain or Shine wins, they will go up against NLEX on the best of 3, effectively booting out TNT. So yung number 8 spot ngayon paglalabanan ng Barangay Ginebra at Blackwater Elite. So papasok ang Barangay, malaking bagay talaga to sa Barangay Ginebra. Dahil panalo, number 5, best of 3. Pag matalo, number 8. Manalo man sila sa Blackwater, ang makakalaban nila is San Miguel. So it's gonna be really hard for Barangay Ginebra if they go on and lose this ball game.
Yep. Ang umiirap din naman sa pag-iisip ng Reyna siya na ayaw na natin makalaban ng Ginebra. So may chance tayo rito. Why not? Bigyan mo sila may problema. Watch this last sequence. Ito yung Belga delivery. Yan ito masarap dyan eh.
Ayun,
Boom!
Paano sa
Boom!
direksyon natin yun
Kay Mike San Juan pinadala yun.
Yun na nga eh. Pero 15 puntos ano magagawa mo? Pangatlong 3 points niya na ito. 3 out of 6 from the 3. 4 assists and a lot of toughness inside the paint on defense.
Gusto ko yung spirit dito, the new Rain or Shine
Tama.
team. Iba yung,
Iba na to,
iba yung
yes.
angas nito eh.
Nakuha na rin ni Coach Kaloy Garcia yung kombinasyon niyang gusto. Pati yung energy.
At saka,
Mabigat eh.
tsaka
Diba?
yung character nila
Yung
eh.
kumpiyansa. Dahil umalis nga naman si Yengyao. Tapos bumalit itong si Kaloy. Pero unti-unti nang namomolde sa karakter ng kanilang coach.
L.A. Lobo. Follow up. No. Rebound. Belga. Saan ni Belga? Sandali. Okay, masaya to. 1 minute to go! Shot clock at 10 and Misi trying to make a decision here. Belga providing the pick. Belga momentarily free. Too far away. Starts a drive. Yes!
Very deceiving itong si Boy Belga as if he was gonna take that shot from the outside. Pero ngayon we're all tied up. A very important offensive pattern here for Barangay Ginebra.
With less than 31 seconds remaining. Now, if you're Ginebra, this is not the time for turnovers. LA to the side, wide open, no. Sandali, sandali, sandali. It's not counted. It's not counted.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is a review of the last round of last week.
Mukhang review.
So what are they gonna review? They're gonna make sure
lumabas yung bola eh, sa
na
baseline.
tumapak yung paa ni Scotty.
Ayun, no? Hindi established position. Siguro galing sa labas. Galing sa labas eh.
I just have to wait. I'm not certain about his call.
Si referee Mau Orioste ang nag-make ng call na yun sa under the back.
So it was deemed, yes, it was deemed na hindi pa nakaka-establish ng position si Scotty Thompson when he got that steal dun sa baseline ng Barangay Ginebra. So timeout for Rain or Shine. Chance for them to take the last shot.
Tagi lang kaya ang timeout pa natitira itong mga to. Tagi isa yata siguro. 1.
Malinis naman sana yon. Pero ito, tumapak siya. Tumama yata muna nung nasa baseline pa siya. Okay.
30-second timeout natitira sa Ginebra. May full
Ayun.
timeout pa sa kabila.
Yun yung tinawag ron. Nung tumama sa ulo ni Scotty, yung kanyang kaliwang paa
Nasa
nandun
labas.
sa baseline.
Nasa labas.
Ganda
So,
ng tawag na yun.
Wala pa rin siya sa loob.
Yes.
Diba?
So last touch
So
talaga
galing pa rin
siya.
talaga sa labas, in a way. Kung meron tayong marinig, fine. Ha? Yan na yung technical committee natin. Ayun si Joey Guanyo, no?
Napatrabaho ka agad. Oh.
Lively Friday crowd here at the Big Dome.
Oh, they know how important this game is. And in our game reset, one full timeout left for Barangay Ginebra, and they still have a foul to give. But for Rain or Shine, 2 30-second timeout and no more full timeouts. They're already in team penalty.
18.5 seconds ago, we're tied at 80.
Remember at the start of this third quarter, the Gin Kings were still up 67-62. So an 18-13 run here for Rain or Shine. What is important for them is may chance pa silang manalo on this possession.
Walang gagalaw na remote.
Now, Belga is a marked man here because he scored the last 5 points for the Elasto Painters.
Baka kung anong granado ihagis na naman ito, ha? Ayun. Go-to guy, di ba? Go-to guy.
So if he handles that ball there, defense is not going to defend. But Ginebra can actually foul.
Libre. Libre, no. Follow-up, no. 1.1 second remaining. And we are going to go into overtime.
So great clock management for Rainer Shine. Even if Belga missed that shot, no chance for Barangay Ginebra to launch a desperation shot. We're going into overtime.
Ito yung play, coach.
Yes, he felt it. He scored the last 5 points and he took it upon himself to try to win the game for them. But wala nang oras ang natira ron.
Yep. And some final or semi-final or quarter-final positions still not clear. This game is going into extra minutes as checkin natin ang tunay na lakas mo. But it's a Cobra Energy Drink. Walang talo ang 13 pesos mo.
Nice change of pace and misdirection also for Belga.
And we'll take a short break, coach, and we'll be right back. Come rain, come shine. Why not?
Fourth straight playoff appearance, 16 in the last 17 conferences and the 24th in the last 26 conference. So this team has pride.
Yeah. This overtime is brought to you by Cobra Energy Drink. May laban ka. Hindi na quarter ito. Pero pag nagdalawang overtime, malamang quarter na ang pakiramdam nito. Pag nagtatlong overtime to, alam mo, kasalanan ni Dominic Uito eh. Ayun, no, nandun sa signal coverage tonight. Kasalanan niya ito.
Oo nga. Pero
hindi kumain ng pansit yan.
Yung ganitong laban.
Why not? Why not? Why not?
Why not? And alam mo, for some reason, ang overtime, ang bilis.
5 minutes, no?
5 minutes.
Yung 5
Akala mo
minutes.
tuloy-tuloy.
Yung 5 minutes sa regulation, parang ang tagal.
Oo.
And you analyze also ang tagal. Pero sa overtime, ang bilis.
Parang ang bilis ng takbo ng oras.
Kasi adrenaline, ano?
Yes.
Yung, gustong makapanalo na. Belga sabi na, akin na. Shot clock sa 9. No cutters. Turnaround shot, good line. Ayaw. Scotty Thompson with a firm grip on the ball.
11 rebounds for Scotty Thompson, 7 on the defensive end. Pensa problema nitong Barangay Ginebra.
Yung nakakuha ng foul.
So nakabinggit sila ron. And just moving without the ball. Itong si Scotty Thompson. Barangay Ginebra scored 26 in the first quarter, 19 in the second, 22 in the third, but only 13 in the fourth.
Yan yung pensa nila. Ha? Free throw, hatid sa inyo ng Smart. Be there like never before. Selena?
There is definitely a lot of relief on the part of the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters in that most recent huddle. The coaches remind the team not to let up on defense. Paalala nila that they may be in a lot of pressure, pero dapat patient lang daw sila. Huwag masyadong pinipilit yung shots on transition. They need to find the best spot for their shots, gentlemen.
Especially now, Selena, when it matters. 4:20 to go, 1 point Ginebra lead.
At least for one, they played awesome defense in the fourth quarter. And even their offense nag-click rin.
Nice fake. Nice fake. Just ends up short of the shot. It'll stay there.
Missy keeping that ball alive. So 14 seconds to operate itong white shirts. Back-to-back misses sila. Hindi pa sila nakakashoot dito sa overtime period.
Si referee Mao Orios, ang ating female referee, pressure pack situation just sa baseline, yung mga possession calls and all that.
No chance.
Oh, that's...
Ano ba yung ginawa ni Gabe? Tumulas yung bola. Ayun.
Hindi ko alam saan pupunta yun.
Oo.
Gala, huli, Galmasan. There is the Kiwag ahead. King, twisting, block. Free throw si the Kiwag. No complaints from Ginebra.
That's his first. First team foul for the
si Dagiwa, ganun, no?
Steady to.
Energy
Oo.
source nila. Power pack.
10.3 points per game. Naku, very steady pala from the line to. 83.3%.
Pag nagmintis, kasalanan mo. Pero
Kaya
yun,
dinahandahan ko eh.
Ganun ba? Galing mo pala paglampas 80%. Akala ko hanggang 10 points ka lang.
Tapos meron tayong kahit eh.
Hindi mo naman biglang inat yun. Oh, great stretch.
Ang laban itong dalawang kwarta ng magkabilang kunan. Pero si Scotty, 8 puntos na.
There's an open. Almasan curling. Where is this ball going?
Almost a defensive mistake. Late rotation, but good thing Scotty Thompson. I thought it was not supposed to be him na dapat nag-rotate kay Almazan dahil si Coach Tim parang nagtaka. Pero he forced a turnover eh. Di ba?
Oo.
So, ayos na yun. Kalimutan na yun.
Efficiency na naman.
Oo. Puro Scotty to ha, pagdating sa overtime.
Defense. Hindi pa patay ang bola. Oh, hindi pa patay ang bola. Block. We play on. Belga. Attacks.
Hindi niya tira eh. Di ba? Hindi tira ni Belga yung floater na pasugot.
Yeah.
Yun mo no, spin, kaya na yan. Set shot sa tres.
Akala ko may babante.
Yun, no,
Pero
pinapush siya.
galing sa kaliwa eh. Nice fake. Nilabas kay Divans. Pinagsak sa ilalim. That will not work. Rebound. Divans. LA, no.
No need to rush. Pagod no, kitang-kita mo sila Japet.
Oh, naman up and down, up and down.
Willpower na lang to.
Oh, wala. Huli ka. Libre! Yes!
Ay, nako.
It's not gonna count. It's not gonna count. And a dejected LA Tenore. It's not gonna count.
No complaints from Coach Tim Cone. Referee Balaw on top of the action there.
And we're into the last 2 minutes. Sa sa inyo ng Cobra Energy Drink. Walang talo. 13 pesos po. And rain or shine. Can't hit the target. Ang bigat na ng balikat ng both sides. Pagod na Ginebra with a 1-point lead. And we'll take a short break. Back to this overtime after these messages. Still, despite the 1-point lead by Ginebra, it's anybody's ballgame, Coach. 1:44 to go.
There's still a lot of time left, of course. Only a 1-possession lead for Barangay Ginebra in the defense of Rain or Shine. Really stronger here in the fourth quarter and even here in the overtime period. A lot of block shots for them, but they just failed to make that shot, that Almazan shot from the 3. And look at this.
Ito ba yung tres ni LA na hindi counted?
Yes, and usually yung borderline na call na ganyan.
Ito.
Yan, yung mga ganon. No disrespect, of course, on the part of LA Tenorio.
Not counted.
No count. It was obvious.
Natatawa si LA. Ito.
No complaints from...
Actually, kung tinuloy natin, aakap si referee Balaw din kay LA nun eh.
And the reason why I asked for that slow-mo is pwede mag-coexist ang players and referees. Hindi kalaban ng referees all the time.
Good point.
Diba?
And sheer joy of the game. Masisira naman kung tinawagan ng anything at that. Wow, breakaway. No. Defense is keeping Ginebra in good stead by getting those offensive rebounds. The drive. No. Gap rebounding produces nothing. Where will the ball go? To Rain or Shine, I believe. Yes.
Pressure mounting definitely for Barangay Ginebra. A little over-eager that time. Scotty Thompson. Japet Aguilar with a clear offensive rebound. Pero nag-agawan eh. Ano po sakali ang tawag dyan? Tako! Hindi nag-amo yan ng magkakampi.
Rain or Shine will use a 30-second timeout. Again, so much at stake in this game. Position, position, position. And the agenda and the schedule, okay? Itong mangyayari pag nanalo ang Ginebra.
And unless we go to another overtime for sure, hindi naaabot sa 18 to. So pag nanalo Ginebra, rain or shine pa rin naman ang kanilang makakalaban. So 4-5 doesn't really matter because pagdating sa playoffs, 0-0 itong magkabilang kupunan na to eh. Pero ang malaking bagay dyan, of course, yung hindi makakasali.
Yung Blackwater.
Yung Blackwater mawawala. Oo. Ganun kabigat ang laban na to.
Sa Sunday, magkakaroon ng playoff yung TNT.
Oo.
Ito, kung sakaling rain or shine ng manalo, pasok ang Blackwater.
Pasok ang Blackwater doon sa playoffs.
Position, position, position.
Yes. There, sa pag nanalo yung rain or shine, yung TNT mawawala rin.
Boy, coaches from both camps on pins and needles. Timeout.
30-second timeout. Rain or shine and less meters.
Their last competitors have a 30 to burn here. Hirap dun sa inbound na yun. Amply covered lahat ng available recipients.
Well, it was a good timeout. Instead of throwing the ball over or di kaya matawagan ka ng 5-second violation, you still have a timeout left or 2 timeouts left. For that matter, might as well call it and design a brand new out-of-bounds play.
Do you call something new or do you do something that you practice?
Well, definitely something that you've worked on during practice time. Very rare yung gagawa ka ng panibagong play. Usually yung kaya nang i-execute ng mga players, may comfort level na.
Doon sa nakasanayan.
And points of attack lang kung saan maglalanding yung bola. At pagdating sa ganitong pagkakataon naman, minsan diskarte na ng mga manlalaro.
That's true. They finally get the inbound. And Missy fires a 3. Yes! Big one. Big one.
Definitely big. Because they're now up by 2 points.
One minute and 3. Scotty. Jump it. Can't unload. Inside the back. Yes. We're tied again.
Oh, what a time for the last to paint herself. A miscommunication on defense. And
Mali
Missy,
ba yung switch?
there might be a switch called, but they were not able to communicate it the right way. Belga, let's take a look at this first, the three-pointer. For one, Jody Vance thought that L.A. Tenorio would just delay that screen, but challenge that shot of Missy. Also a miscommunication. On the other side of the court, also something that has a lot to do with miscommunication as well, dahil Belga was trying to rush out to the shooter. He thought there was a switch, and as a result, walang bumantay kay Jody Vance. 85-85, 52.1 remaining. Bola ng rain or shine.
Okay, 85 apiece, 52.1 seconds remaining. May timeouts pa ba tayo? Tig-isa.
Tig-isang timeouts, tig-isang foul pa rin bago sila ma-penalty situation. Kantang laban to.
Oh, last day ng eliminations. Ano? In the meantime, here's Belga trying to set up operations.
This is the same play.
Hanmisi.
Ayan, delay lang si JDV. Balik na si LA. Yun ang gusto talaga nila.
Shot clock at 10. Hanmisi! No! and they could not call that foul.
Oh, that was obvious and good backdoor play by Ahan Misi. And equally great was the pass of Belga. 1 out of 2 in tonight's ball game. Itong si Maverick from the line. At 71% all conference long. And he babies the first one.
Parang masyadong casual, ano?
Parang gusto niyang ibalik pagkatira niya. Short! Wala na. Hindi naman yoyo yan. Naku, pare-pareho yung tama. Wow, what a time for him to miss.
Ginebra with a golden opportunity to go for the win, if possible. Pero babalik ang bola to rain or shine. But how much time will be left will be another issue. Evans, this has been a dogfight. Tenorio digging in deep. Free referee. No. Rebound, rain or shine. Did they call a timeout? I think they did. Is that the last timeout? I think that's their last timeout. And we will have 10 seconds to decide this. Or 5 more minutes.
Nope.
Total, ginagabi na rin lang tayo.
Tuloy-tuloy na natin.
Panindigan na natin.
No clear shot there for Barangay Ginebra. Coach Tim Cone unhappy with the way they executed that play. But of course, you have to give credit dun sa magandang pressure defense na ginawa ng ROS.
Pagod na rin yung unit niya na yan eh.
Pagod na yan, oh. You know, when you're tired, you will opt to take that shot from the outside because there is less effort, less energy.
At saka yung panic of the situation, di ba? Yung pressure. 85 all. Let's check those consequences for now because we still don't have a result for this one. We could speculate and speculate. Let's just get a result there. And now we will have our clear cast on our schedule for the weekend. No games tomorrow, but on Sunday, a playoff is possible.
There will be a playoffs, maski ano mangyari rito.
And we will start playing every day starting
Monday.
Monday, diretso na yun. Japet Aguilar is holding on to his sides.
Well, offensively, ang ganda ng kanyang ginagawa rito. 25 puntos, but still scoreless here in OT.
For the win. For the win.
Hindi na pwede mag-foul yung Barangay, ha?
Yep. 6. Here's an opening, a possibility. No, he's pushed away. Belga lets it fly! No! One more overtime.
We are tied at 85. We go to our second overtime.
Watch this play.
They try to run the same play, but look at this pick and roll defense by Barangay Ginebra. No chance for the Kiwag to cut the corner. Instead, he was forced to dribble out. The shot clock and the game clock was no longer on their side, and that was the reason why Belga had to launch that shot. It missed the rim or the hoop, and that is why we're going to second OT.
Balasan ang lineup ng konti si Coach Tim Cone as we enter the second overtime. Big ending indeed. Anong ending? Hindi pa nga natin alam kung anong ending nito.
Oh, never ending.
Never ending. Okay. Itong overtime na ito ay umaandar. Pangalawa ito ha. Hindi lang overtime to. Second overtime.
5 points lang yung score nila nung first overtime. So fatigue is definitely a factor here for these two teams.
Saka yung vision nila medyo nagpa-fog up na. Japet gets it back. Keeps it alive. Yes!
That's just the will, power.
He just willed it. Ano?
Yes, you saw his first shot. It was a little short, but the ball bounced back to him. He attacked it stronger. At medyo wala na yung lift. Di ba?
Bigat na ng balikat.
Bigat na.
Bigat na ng paa. Same with the other side, actually. Almasan kicking it outside. The shot. No. Open. Yeah, got it. Lucky break.
Buenas yun dahil short na si Belgaron. Ganda ng pag-save ni Norwood ng bola.
Both teams scoring here in the second overtime. Ferrer, Tenorio. Mercado will should try to help and get some offense going also. Fires. The shot clock was going out. You can't blame him. The shot clock was going out.
Again, a botched play for them. It was not the way Coach Tim Cohn would have planned it.
Exactly. Selena, what do you have?
Unang tanong ni Coach Caloy sa players niya matapos sila mag-gather sa huddle is, kaya niyo pa ba? To which his players energetically answer, kayang-kaya pa. Coach Caloy continues to drop offensive plays for his team. Pero huling paalala niya bago matapos ang huddle na yun, guys, be defense-oriented too. Tignan natin if magagawa nila. Seb and Ryan.
Thank you, Selena, the duck. Meantime, in the box we go. The ball on the ground, taken away by Sol Mercado. Big man breaking it down as always. A great dessert for the point guards. Sol Mercado looking inside. Mercado hustles, kicks it outside. The shot is up. Oh! May chance yun.
Taas ng pressure kasi. Kaya yung mga usual na tira, hindi pumapasok.
Pitik na hindi bumubuo.
Automatic kay Jordan yun
Here's Norwood. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Norwood floats, misses. LA will try to set the table. LA looking inside. The shot clock reached 5. This has been a familiar route for Ginebra. The shot clock winding down substantially. They've been able,
That's a third
unable to come up with some decent shots, really.
Parang desperation lahat ng binibitawan ng Ginebra And Kevin Ferrer, 3 3-pointers na airball. Hindi tumatama sa rim.
Misi, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Suddenly the pressure is so crystal clear. So crystal clear.
Good intention on the part ng Missy was able to force that switch. Jack, itong si Tenorio against Almazan. Pero turnover. May fatigue na component na rin to Nahihirapan na rin sila yung kanilang opensa. Hindi na ma-execute mabuti, hindi na nakaka-penetrate.
Parang buksingero to, nasa 11th round.
Talagang no more legs.
Hindi totoo ito, hindi last 2 minutes ito. Last 2 minutes ulit ang larong ito. Atin sa inyo ng Cobra Energy Drink. Walang talo ang 13 pesos mo. Tabla. Libre. Wala na makashoot.
Third three-pointer for Barangay Ginebra here in the second overtime. Lahat yun hindi pa
Hindi
pumapasok.
maintindihan ng team ko. Puro tres ang binibitawan nila. Misi. Belga. Almasan could have been called for 3 seconds.
Isa pa yan. Tapos din yan.
Everybody's shooting threes like they're going out of style.
Again, it's the easiest shot, especially when you're already tired.
Tenorio.
Ayan, walang atake na naman,
Shot clock down to 3. Walang malinis na tira. Ball on the ground. Here comes Rain to shine. Everybody on pins and needles anew.
Pareho na silang hindi maka-execute
Last screen na foul. And Calor Garcia still has something to say.
That is his first team foul by Ginebra in the last 2 minutes.
It was deemed not in the act of shooting by referee Takyon. Let's take a look at it once again. The foul was there.
I don't think it was an act of shooting.
Good call.
87 each. Let's try to sneak in if we can. But if not, 87 all is our count. Alam mo, Coach, ang nakaabang yung schedule. Hindi ma-print yung schedule.
Nakaabang yung schedule.
Di ba? Hindi ma-print eh, no? Pati yung graphics nakaipit.
Tapos nakaabang din kung mag-i-ensayo pa bukas ang Blackwater o TNT. Ang dami nakasalalay rito. Di ba? Kasi nabanggit natin kanina pa. Manalo ang Barangay Ginebra, out ang Blackwater, tapos ang TNT at ang Phoenix, mag-playoffs. Manalo ang Rain or Shine, out ang TNT, mag-playoffs naman ang Barangay Ginebra, pati na rin ang Blackwater. So ito na yung mga pangyayari rito na kanina pa natin pinapakita. Mabubuhay ang TNT, they go up against Phoenix, and after that, twice to beat advantage San Miguel. But for Rain or Shine and Barangay Ginebra, wala namang pagbabago rito eh. Pareho naman silang magpe-playoff sa number 4 at number 5. But for Phoenix, medyo mag-iiba yung playoffs pairing dahil they will go up against NLEX. That is why ganito katindi yung kanilang energy level at yung bang willingness to win. Dahil ang feeling nila, it's hard to beat Barangay Ginebra sa best of 3.
You don't want to play them. Kung pwede mo siya iwasan.
Iiwasan mo talaga sa series yan.
Unless it's the championship.
Naiintindihan ni Coach Calo yun. Kaya all out siya sa laban na ito.
Final 37 seconds of the second overtime. Si Ahandi siyang starting point, ano? Belga, nice fade to the side, forward. Yeah.
That's 1 out of 5 field goal shooting for Rain or Shine. 1 out of 7 for Barangay Ginebra. Let's take a look at the game right now in the shot clock. 21 seconds, 21.5 to be exact. Game clock remaining. 18 seconds, shot clock of Barangay Ginebra. And the reason why Coach Tim had to call that timeout is hindi na makaisip yung kanyang mga players because of fatigue. So now, he will calm down his players and he will make sure na kung ano man ang nag-progress nga sa kanyang diagram board, yun ang masusunod.
You know, on this play, look out for the follow-up. If they miss the shot, I'm sure the coaches will decide a nice play. But if the shot does not work, the rebound and the follow-up will be critical here.
Oh, yes. And who is the best offensive rebounder for Barangay Ginebra? It is Scotty Thompson. So if you're Rain or Shine, make sure you put a body in front of Scotty.
$87 all. Anybody's ball game right now. I've been saying anybody's ball game kanina pa.
So Rain or Shine still has 1 foul to give, and they still have 1 timeout remaining.
Para at least kung may rebound, ano, malaking tao. Okay, here we go. Anybody's match right now.
So of course, if you're Rain or Shine, you just want to defend and let Barangay Ginebra burn 24 seconds or 14 seconds now sa kanilang shot clock, and you still have 3 seconds to operate when you get the ball back.
LA waiting.
He's waiting for that pick and roll. It's
a little too late.
Yes.
No. How many times has he never been caught with that?
And that was frustrating because they're coming off a timeout. L.A. Tenorio knows exactly what Coach Team Cone designed. It's a top pick and roll, and he was hoping either Japet Aguilar or Jody Vance would come out. But since L.A. did not see that pick and roll coming early, he was forced to make that extra pass, and nothing to do. Kevin Ferrer had to take that shot, but bago na itira, pumutok na yung kanilang shot clock violation. Coach Tim Con definitely disappointed, but what they need to do right now is just to force one stop, and we're going to third OT.
If it goes to the third OT, it will be my third career OT.
Really?
Triple time.
So,
Triple OT.
bakit mo sinisisi si Dom? Ikaw naman pala.
Kasi yung pangalawa kasama ko siya.
Okay.
2003 yun.
Alam mo, bihira yung ganitong laban.
Bihira yan.
Di ba?
Pagod na rin ang coaches. I mean, really. At this point,
Yung
you're trying to
ganito.
be alert and everything, but may pagod yung coaches na dyan, di ba?
Very draining na to. And you don't know sometimes kung pumapasok pa sa consciousness ng mga players yung instructions mo. Just take that last play of Barangay Ginebra. They just called the timeout. Of course, Coach Tim Cone diagrammed the play we're in. It was supposed to be a top pick and roll, but the two big guys came in late.
Late, ano?
Pero alam mo sino iniisip ko rito, Tito Seb?
Sino?
Ikaw hindi ka nagpansit eh. Ako sumubo ako ng konti eh.
Thank you for your concern, ha? Thank you for your concern. Sasakalin ko to si Dominic kung makita mo mamaya pagkatapos ng laro. Anyway, we are in the second overtime. Still knotted at 87. The shot here is for the win. Diba? The shot here is for the win.
So expect a lot of movements. You take a look at this. Itong si Dakiwag at si Almazan will go on a crisscross, but they will wait for Ahanmisi.
Oh, no! No!
Are you kidding me?
No!
That was a well-designed play. Oh my goodness, what a miss! They had two chances to make that shot. A well-designed sideline out-of-bounds play. Take a look at it, it was wide open. And the second one too.
Told you, the follow-up would have been critical.
Tama ka. Wow.
The ganda ng play.
That was fantastic, and Coach Kaloy couldn't believe that Almazan missed that gimme.
Back in a moment. Back here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum, and we are going into the third overtime. And parang naging 5 quarter na ito, no ha?
And again, Jolly Escobar still thinking about that last play wherein Coach Kaloy Garcia designed a perfect sideline out-of-bounds play. Almazan was open.
I was looking at the Kiwag, no? He was the deception, eh? He was the misdirection, eh?
I was actually expecting itong si Anmisi was gonna come off screen because that is an easy pass. But I didn't realize that they had a lot of misdirection, and Almazan wide open for that backdoor play. A great lob, a nice pass. But look at the minutes. L.A. Tenorio, 52 minutes already here in this ball game. Japit Aguilar, 47 minutes. Joe Devance, 46 minutes. L.A. Tenorio, good for 18 points in the first 3 quarters, but was held scoreless in the fourth and 2 overtimes.
Lalabas itong laro ito, 63 minutes, ano? Grabe. LA. Parang you feel gusto niya na tapusin to. But they have missed their shots, you know. Both sides.
And yes, you really can't blame LA.
Nobody.
Diba?
Yeah.
Because of just the number of minutes that he has played here in this game.
Libre. Good line. Gabe Norwood. Happy. Delighted. Glad that that went in.
Oh yeah, a few minutes back, it took that same shot, same spot, and it was wide left. But now, ganda ng calibration niya.
90-87, Rainer Shan by 3 here in the third overtime. Japet. Not exactly his favorite angle, but he'll go visit the free throw line.
Especially that baseline drop step. Usually he will just go with his jump hook or he will go to his right. He drops his left shoulder. But ito, nakapag-baseline siya, nakakuha siya ng malaking foul. 25 points for Japet Aguilar. The best or the leading scorer here for Barangay Ginebra. Make it 27 points pala ito.
Alam mo sino pa nag-aantay? Sports Center Philippines.
Oo nga, ano?
Nakabinbin yung final graphic at saka yung final video. Sino ba naka-schedule doon? Kung aero na tayo din, manigas ka. Magantay ka.
Tsaka isa pang nag-aantay rito.
Sino?
Yung misis ko.
bahala.
Dinner kami.
Wala na. Wala ka na. Wala ka na.
Kumain na yun.
Wala na. You are gone. Kinain na yun.
Kumain na yun.
Alalahanin mo na lang yung pansit na kinain ko kanina. Thank
Buti
you.
na lang, nakasubo.
Ooh.
Just 1 out of 2 on that trip for Japet. 28 points. This is his new confidence high. But of course, he wants to end this with a victory.
With a win. Jay Washley, Tres. Sharp. Open shot eh. Why not?
Open eh. Kaya alam mo eh, kita mo to si Joe Devance, oh, hinihila niya na. Pagod na talaga. Even sa rotation, namong problema na sila.
Nice fake! May foul. Titira si Japet ng dalawa. Oh.
It's a reviewable play, and they will see. It wasn't. The call was initially an ordinary foul, but let us see.
Opportunity for Japet to catch his breath, really. Nabagsakan eh.
It's a regular foul. Tinignan ko kasi kung may tumama ba sa ulo eh. Yung paghampas si Jay Wash.
Parang
Nakita
hindi
kong arms lang. Regular foul lang yun.
A whole range of emotions. Now, has there ever been a fourth overtime?
Wala pa.
I know there has been none in the history of the PBA. Alam ko there have been several triple overtimes. In the meantime, we are tied anew.
A 3-point play in reverse. 3 free throws by Japet Aguilar in this overtime period. And we're tied again at 90 apiece.
In the meantime, the play being fashioned. Ooh, borderline traveling. Misi lobs it. Ooh, had a chance. But here comes Ginebra. Energy management na ginagawa ni LA.
Oh, hindi niya pipwersahin yan. Hahanap
Energy
ng
management.
mismatch yan. They found a mismatch in the post. But look at the constant movements on the weak side.
Saul trying to energize his team. That shot does not work. This follow-up does.
You've talked about how important it is, especially for rain or shine, not to allow second chance opportunities for Barangay Ginebra. And they failed to put a body in front of Scotty once again.
Ginebra crowd alive. Misi to the side. Here's an open shot. No!
Now, in terms of rotation, that was good for Barangay Ginebra because they forced an extra pass and Truliano wide open, but he muffed that three-pointer.
Trying to get Saul Mercado to be the starting point for the attack right now. Here's Saul. Drives hard, scoops it up. No. Follow-up, no. Rebound. Here comes Rainer Shan. Gabe Norwood. Norwood slows it down. Misi thinking about it. And another set of last 2 minutes coming up here. Misi. Yes! And the last 2 minutes, atin sa inyo ng Cobra Energy Drink. Walang talo ang 13 pesos mo.
During the earlier report of Selena, he was talking about the new obstacle course na nilalaroan itong si Misi, and we just saw an example of
what he
his
goes
new
through.
training regimen.
Tabla. Sol Mercado scoops it up.
Now, there is a reason why Sol Mercado is here instead of Kevin Ferrer, because Sol is fresh. And the other thing is he will not take that outside shot. He will
Bubulusok yan.
attack that basket.
Anisi, no, there's a foul. They call it against Tenorio. Here's Anisi.
It was 1 out of 4 from the line. He tried to calibrate it. The time that he missed 2 straight, it was short. So yun, inayos niya. Long naman. Grabe naman ng mga mintis ni Anmisi. 71% from the stripe, this confidence. But only 1 out of 5 in tonight's game. Back-to-back misses, but he gets the offensive rebound.
Belga. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Less than that now. They realize it as Belga creates separation. No. Ginebra unable to secure the rebound. And another chance for rain or shine. Good cut. Hindi makataas, but free throws coming, I think.
So rain or shine, keeping the ball alive, but they have to make their free throws now.
They missed a couple here.
Yes, and Almazan at least in tonight's game, 2 out of 2. But all conference long, 12 out of 17 for 70.6%. But this is a totally different ball game with pressure and fatigue creeping in. Ako, tignan natin kung kaya ni Raymond Almazan in ganitong sitwasyon. And he fails to make the first one.
Boy, if rain or shine has practice tomorrow, there'll be a lot of free throw shooting. I think Chot Reyes did that to Gilas after they lost to Australia.
Wow! 4 straight missed free throws for the Elasto Painters.
And now a chance to pad their lead. Here's Sol Mercado driving hard to the side. Free. Yes, that could be it. Jeremy Cruz grazed the cushion.
And again, the Sol Mercado difference. Before he entered the ball game in the overtime period, the ball was just passed from beyond the white line. But as soon as he came in, he was able to draw the defense, made the defense collapse to him, and made the necessary extra pass. That time around, it was Jeremy Cruz. But the first time he attacked the basket, he missed, but Scotty Thompson was there to get the offensive rebound. So, a lot of positives here for Sol Mercado, and as a result, Barangay Ginebra up by 4 points.
Greg Slaughter unable to play. Had practiced with the team for about a week, as Selena reported. But when it came to game day, couldn't join them. 34 seconds, kanila ang bola. Anong possibilities dito, Coach?
Well, they can run the same play again because they don't want to spend so much time. The thing that they want to do right now is attack in the first 7 seconds of play, or even 8 seconds.
Do you go for a 3? 2 lang.
Just go for a 2 because it's still a 2-possession game that they have to overhaul. But it has to be a quick one.
Let's see how quick they do it.
Para bumalik pa yung bola sa kanila.
Jay Wash, it's a quick release. 3. Ayaw. And a timeout. May timeout pa ba sila?
Yeah, they still have a timeout left. I thought it was good in terms of that quick shot. But I was expecting that they'll go on a higher percentage shot because pag nagbintis ka ng tres under situations like that, tapos na-rebound ng kalaban, parang very deflating sa'yo yun.
Tapos ma-foul ka na
Foul
lang.
ka na ngayon.
Nakakantsaw na yung Ginebra fans, uwihan na daw. Gutom din sila.
Ang haba ng laban.
Si Brownlee ba yan?
Oh, the Ginebra savior. JB, Justin Brownlee in the house.
Mukhang mabubuo na yung schedule.
Mabubuo na. Oh, tignan natin.
Mabubuo na Sports Center yung story.
Yes. But still, a lot of things can still happen here with 29.2 seconds remaining. But of course, when you're rain or shine and you look at what happened in this ball game, they will just look at one stat line.
Which is?
It is their inability to make free throws, especially in overtime. They're 12 of 22, and there was a chance for them to tie the ball game. Messi missed 2 free throws. They got the offensive rebound. Almazan was fouled, missed 2 straight free throws also, and now they're down by 4.
Hindi pa foul, ha? Ngayon tumaw. Washington called for his 5th foul.
2 free throws, LA Ginebra.
3 out of 4 tonight, but historically, he's really a cool customer. A 90.9% from the line.
Pumalo na siguro ng 57, 58 minutes.
Taas na ng minuto nito. Quiet muna ako, ha. Oh, yun. Tama, no? Parang tamang experiment. Pag quiet, nakakashoot, ha.
Huwag na yan, salita ka. Tingnan natin. 5 naman yung lamang, eh.
O, lumalamang. Magaling naman talaga sa free throw to. Nung araw pa. Maski sa Jones Cup, Gilas Pilipinas, bibihirang magbintes, especially mga ganitong crunch time at pandiin. Bigay mo yung bola sa kanya. Oh, kita. Hindi ako.
Hindi ka jinx. Pagod na rin, eh. This win, aside from the joy, it's more the relief.
Finally, it's about to end.
This game has had everything except an ending. Ito, coach, yung ngayon, pakibalasa itong ating senaryo.
Ito na ang malamang na mangyayari rito. Hindi na aabot sa 18 puntos to. So, 4 and 5, rain or shine, Barangay Ginebra, doesn't really matter if they end up 4th or 5th because they'll go on a best of 3. So what will effectively happen is TNT will make it. Fortunately, Blackwater won't. And Phoenix, TNT for that final playoff spot at number 8. And whoever wins in that ball game will go up against the mighty San Miguel Beermen. Yung iba, 2 versus 7, Magnolia twice to beat against Global Port, and Alaska versus NLEX also on a best of 3 series in our quarterfinals.
So that's more or less the scenario that we will have. At Blackwater will be out of the race, as you mentioned. So may playoff tayo sa Sunday, no?
May playoffs yan. Oo. One game.
Yes.
Up.
It's on the ground. And chance to put the final touches.
And here in the 4th quarter, really, the Barangay Ginebra never say die attitude just manifesting here in the ball game. And what about that missed play? An easy shot by Raymond Almazan. Barangay Ginebra definitely dodged the bullet there. And they saw another chance to live and to make it dun sa ating best of 3 series. And they just made sure that they'll get it.
And that is our final count, 100-92. And when we are ready, we'll show you highlights from our best player performance in this game.
Japet Aguilar, 30 points, his confidence high. Just look at the number of minutes, 51 minutes, and not only did he score, he also had 17 rebounds and key baskets in the third overtime. Look at that, offensive rebound by Scotty, slam dunk by Japet, and Barangay Ginebra escaping with an 8-point victory.
And that'll be our schedule on Sunday, 6:30 in the evening. Phoenix, which won earlier tonight, and TNT, which is watching this game very, very closely, will be there on Sunday. That'll do it for us, for Coach Ryan Gregoria, Selena Dagdag, Yosef Shermenta here, and our entire Overtime ESPN 5 PBA production team. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you during the playoffs.